at the moment. Barely. No, I can't hear you over on Discord.
Okay. You guys can hear me much better now. Okay, you guys can hear me.
Ah,
Can you guys hear me? Can y'all hear me? Okay. Can y'all hear me much better? Okay, that's much better. We just did, guys. That's much better. Okay, we're in live stream. Let me text any people on my channel. I'm doing live. About watching July, this community here. Watch this afterwards of the news update, and I'll do a core videos of Crystal Lake. You guys may know. I hope y'all's hyped. I'm pretty much hyped, but I would just need to watch more of that. But hold on. Yeah, let me just do that. My live share and put this in Discord. Yeah, let me copy this and I'll put this in Discord. Paste that and boom. And then paste another thing of mine. There's also boom. Whew. Now paste. Okay, guys, so we are good to go. So let's go then. Yo, person name. What? Oh, it's not my mic up again, dude. I think I can't hear you because the last time it just keeps doing the same thing. Can you hear me much better? Like I can't hear you. So that's what I'm checking. Go my user settings. Hello. Yo. Can you hear me? I think it could hear me. I can't hear you at all.
who, me?
Yo, can you hear me? I still can't hear
Like,
you.
barely. It's not really picking up on the Discord very well.
Hear you. Try to leave and go straight back in here. Try to leave and go straight back.
Alright.
Try to do that.
Yeah, I'll give it a try.
Yo. Testing. Testing, yo, testing. Headset here. There's a microphone here. It's on Windows. Any better? Yo.
Yeah, that picks it up a bit.
Okay, still can't hear him. Let me test the mic. Mute. Okay, there's like so much stuff is going on with my thing. My sounds. Yeah, my sound's good. There's nothing I need to worry about. I only here's a voice here. That's all I need to hear.
Hmm.
I'm not putting push to talk, guys. I'm not putting do push to talk.
Why is it not
Channel,
working? And now you're muted.
Okay.
I'll just dip.
When I
Discord's
speak,
not
when
working
others
for me.
speak. Oh, he just left. Okay. Wait, Dead by Daylight 2? There's no way it's Dead by Daylight 2. Like, they said they're never gonna do a Dead by Daylight 2. It's like never happening. It just never happened. Yeah, I'm sure like any person would join my Discord. Like, it keeps happening my thing many times in Discord. Yeah, that's very awfully strange. That's all I would say. It is that awfully strange. So let's just go watch the live stream, guys. Hope the volume's up. The volume's up goodly, and yeah, we're about to watch the live stream, guys. So I hope y'all's hyped. So and also thanks for 800 guys once again. So we'll go up to yeah, Dead by That's live stream. Dead by That's yeah, this live stream.
Stick around. Stick around. Don't leave yet.
Yeah, we've gone a little while.
With Mandy Matthews
Oh, still can't hear them though.
and Diego.
It just worked earlier. It just worked on my phone. It worked. Again, let me test this. Let me put this right here. Okay, this here is much better. Okay.
Really see anything that
Okay, that's much better where you start, guys. That's much better. So we start right here, guys. We start right here. We got. I want to hear a chat here. So, yeah. I think that's all we just gotten at. So we're about to start all the way back over here. What July committee stream would say about it.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. It's so good to see everyone again. Hello. It's Community Manager Dork.
And I'm Eric Pope, and we've missed you. It's felt like a long time. It has not been a long time.
Yeah, it feels like it's been like forever, but don't worry. We've got Eric, we've got
Yep.
me, and then we've also got our
Days go very
friendly
quick,
special
dude.
guest,
Days go very fast.
Andre.
The elusive yet popular.
That's like my one thing I would say. Days go
Yes.
fast,
We'll cut
guys.
to in a
Days go
second.
go
Yeah.
I
fast.
didn't know we were gonna do it so quickly.
Waha.
There he is. Always so well
Surprise.
dressed.
Hello.
That's putting me to shame.
Always famously dressed. Yes.
I just wish the
vest
days is
looks
slow, dude.
killer.
That's what I wish the
love it.
day
Well,
was slower.
I gotta show
Oh yeah,
you.
now you gotta show the back. Yeah, look at that.
Oh,
Lord.
Wow.
It looks so cool.
Yep.
Yeah, so great to be back and to be talking about some news and updates for you about what's going on in the world of Dead by Daylight.
Yep. And
Yep.
you know, wow, it's loud out there. If someone wants to shut that door, that'd be great.
Wow, it's a
It's not
feature
on the
now.
screen,
Okay.
running
They have
through
like
the
an
top
anniversary
ones, but
thing of
here,
that.
let's reflect a little bit. Last month we had quite a moment with the community here in Montreal. So many of you came out to be with us to celebrate the 10th anniversary, and I know for us here on the dev team, it created genuinely lifelong memories. I hope
Yeah.
that for the folks who are able to come, you feel the same. We want to be able to do it again, so keep up the positivity there, and we'll keep you updated as the time goes on to see if
That's right.
we can do it.
Always do
Yeah, it was
positivity.
really awesome to see just the onslaught of people coming out and meeting you all in person. It was truly mind blowing just how many people were like kind of running up to us, wanted to talk to us. And I just love and appreciate every single person I got to meet, everything I got to sign, every picture I got to take.
Wow.
It really was like world changing, just mind altering to just kind of have that experience. So thank you all so much for coming out and spending your day with us. It's because it was like from morning
Oh,
to,
yeah. It was a long
to
day.
late night.
It
Yeah.
was a long day.
I don't think I got home until like midnight. So thank so much. It was so much fun, and I really enjoyed it.
And I thank you as well. If you couldn't be here, I know we streamed a lot of it. That was where I was most of the day was on on the the talk show set. So it was great that you could join us from
Good
home.
shit.
But you know, we mentioned if you caught it, we want to be able to bring that to more people around the world too. You know, we've created this thing called the Campfire Tour that you're going to hear more about as it
Campfire.
becomes more of a thing. But we want to be able to bring experiences like we had in Montreal in little mini versions around the world to where our players are. So stay tuned on that one. Yeah, it was just a really magical time. Thanks again for everyone. And I will also say, because we're the community team, we're already taking your feedback on the event to think about how we could do things differently in the future and improve things as always. So thank you for those who gave some feedback. All right, on to the actual talking points of the show. This is something we do every year. We're doing it a little differently this year, and that's Into the Rainbow. If you've been around, you know we usually do it in June.
Rainbow.
For a couple reasons, we wanted to switch things up this year. As I just mentioned, we both just mentioned June was a crazy month for us.
Oh yeah.
And we didn't want Into the Rainbow to just feel insignificant amongst massive event, massive broadcast, in-game event, Jason. So getting it out of June was nice because in Montreal, we celebrate Pride almost now. It's coming next week.
True.
World Pride as well is coming
Wow.
next week. So we aligned it to that. Give us more time to make something special for Into the Rainbow, which we are doing this year. So it's kicking off July 28th. It's going
July
to run until
28th,
August
okay.
10th. It's not just a single one moment thing. And the official part of it on our stream will be there on the 28th to kick things off. And then we're going to be handing it off to a bunch of fantastic, awesome people for that entire run. And it's going to be a super cool event. So stay tuned. July 28th, Into the Rainbow is back. All right, down to some business. If you haven't been around the last couple days, we have a new Rift. The new Rift is
Yes,
out.
Sunflesh.
It's the Sunflesh Rift. You know, we've got stuff for Wraith, Plague, Orella, Zarina, Tori, and Kate. But also from our previous community contest, which you're going to talk about the new one in a moment.
I will.
We have Feng Min's Star Student and the Knight's Splinter Rose as part of the free track, which is so awesome to see these becoming a reality. As well as the Deadly Prize banner and the Moonstone Maurice badge. So congratulations again.
There's a
to the
coffee for
winners.
Maurice.
Hold on just one sec. We're going to talk about the new contest very soon. I did want to mention, because you've noticed it, the Trickster recolor, there's definite issues with that, which we are aware of, thanks to you, and we're going to be working on that. So stay tuned for updates as we have them. We'll also mention Sable Ward's Gothic Romance and the Unknown's Unsolved contest outfits are now available in the store as well. And lastly, Shane, who we love dearly. What a great addition to the Fog. Shane's Very Rare Cosmetics are going to get their Eerie Shard prices added on the 24th. So that's tomorrow.
24th.
Yeah, I'll also
okay.
add what was one of the most memorable moments during the live stream broadcast for the anniversary was just the reaction to Shane and to see the outpouring of love and support on socials. Even now, like we still see a lot of amazing love towards Shane. So that was chef's kiss. I'm so glad that we got to have that experience.
I want to give a quick shout out to Simply Aretha. I was talking to her before the broadcast and expressing her interest. Oh, I wish we could have an Indigenous survivor, and it was killing me to not be able to talk about it. I just kept saying, like, let's reconnect in like an hour. So yeah, it was a great moment there, but I wish I could have shared more.
Yep.
All right, so next we're gonna hop into or make a splash into Summer Screams. Yeah, you like that?
Oh yeah, Summer Screams.
Which will
Yeah.
be starting out on the 28th.
Okay, so I'll be at.
And in case you didn't know, Summer Screams will be our summer event where we'll
Yeah.
be rotating.
So we have Lights Out being back. I think it'll be my first time playing that, and I played Outside before. 2v8, we always very hyped for that. Chaos Shuffle, I can also like enjoy Chaos Shuffle those two. So I will have not played Lights
during this
Out
iteration,
just
we'll
yet.
be having Lights Out, Chaos Shuffle, and 2v8 making a comeback. This will be accompanied by the
Because I think this will be much better than
collection,
Black
some new
Banquet one,
additions
guys.
to
I
the
will have to
collection.
say.
So super excited for that. And like Eric had said, the Design a Cosmetic contest is alive for
Six,
2026.
six.
You have until 11 a.m. on July 27th to get your work of art in. And those who do win will be getting a 2026 badge, their piece of work put into Dead by Daylight, as well as 25,000 Auric cells. So, what are you waiting for? Other than that, just want to make sure everyone realizes there's going to be 4 winners per category for a grand total of 16. So there's some room in there to get in there. Andre and I were the ones in charge of it last year. This year it's going to be myself and Basak, who is currently moving the stuff around. Thanks so much. And we're super excited, and we're already seeing such amazing works. So thank you so much for that.
It's the best time of the year. I do think of it as a precursor to what we're now doing with the Grimoire. It's sort of like the Design a
Yeah,
Cosmetic
I
contest
do really like we
evolves
did a
into
grimoire.
Grimoire
That's
Grimoire.
like a really good thing we did. There's like so much stuff we did.
This is also going to be our last chance for some of the Dead by Daylight official merch that came out for the anniversary. So make sure you're checking out
Ooh,
the website to see if there's anything from this amazing collection
I'm
that
good.
you'd like to go ahead and take home. And other than that, I think we've got some updates from Eric about Gamescom.
This is also
Yeah,
pretty.
so I mentioned a few minutes ago, we want to be where our players are more and more, and I'm very happy to say we're coming to Gamescom this
Yeah,
year. If you were
Gamescom.
at Gamescom last year or the last few years, you might know there's been a fan-run booth, cosplay booth, if you want to call it. This fantastic dude named Marco Aranos and his crew every year at Gamescom do an amazing, just completely separated from us booth on their own. And what we've talked about the last couple of years, and we're finally doing now, we're working together on a joint booth that we'll have at Gamescom, especially geared towards photo opportunities, cosplayers, immerse yourself in DVD. So if you're in Europe, if you're in Germany, we would love to have you at Gamescom next month. So swing on by. And as a final segue, La Fogata. So, as you've noticed, Andre is here. Andre is our regional community
Mhm.
strategist. You might not know what that means, but you can piece it together by the words. He and the team focus on the regional parts, not just, here we are, the English speakers. There's plenty of people around the world, hopefully watching right now, from plenty of different regions, and we want to be thinking about you all the time. So that's Andre's focus. So he's going to be talking to us about La Fogata. I do want to just mention, if any of our Spanish community is watching, as we talk about this,
Spanish. I
we
don't
are
speak
all
Spanish. Well,
super,
I do speak
super
some like other Spanish language.
saddened
I
to
would
see what
say.
happened in Venezuela. We're with you. We're thinking of you, and anything we can do to help you, send our way. We love you, Venezuela, and our Latam community.
¿Cómo
So
estás?
without further ado, Andre, take it away.
Thank you, Eric. Hello, friends. So, as Eric said, we have a lot of regional players around the world for Dead by Daylight. And what we want to
Mhm.
do going forward with the community live streams is to take some time and introduce you to the regional updates. So, this time, again, we're talking about La Pagada. And it is an annual event, in-game event that we have to celebrate the Spanish-speaking community. This year we had a couple of community quests that our players needed to work together in order to unlock some rewards. You have the badge for the Condor, which represents South America,
Yep.
and a badge for
Mm.
Iberian Wolf, represents Spain. So
Sheesh.
to get this out of the gate straight away, we admit that the numbers, for survival goal were a bit low, especially in comparison with how high the number for killer hooks was. So on the last day of the event, we had ourselves a bit of a thriller, so to speak, because we still had a couple of million of hooks left in order to unlock the
Mhm.
reward. And this is where I want to show you a quick clip of our DBD creator, Ahustin
Good.
Inoplay Ocho. Let's take a look.
Shoot.
Solamente 3 millones de Survivor, Virgo. 3 millones de Survivor y cumplimos como la comunidad de LATAM. Se los comento yo porque, claro, yo tengo una responsabilidad
Mm.
porque soy el streamer latanesco. Uno de los streamers de LATAM. Y bueno, nada,
Mm.
quedemos bien, gente, y cuelguen a los super.
So with this, with this hype, with this rallying up
Yep.
the players, shout out to Augustin, shout
Mhm.
out to Rimac Games from Spain, Augustin obviously from Argentina, to all the creators around the world, and of course to
Yep.
you, our players. Thank you so
Mhm.
much for getting together and achieving this goal and crushing the number and getting the reward. We also wanted to share with you a couple of cool regional artworks we had. So
Wow.
obviously the condor that I
The
mentioned
wife
before
trapper in
for
the
the badge.
fire.
And if you're wondering why Dwight and Trapper are chilling,
Yeah,
grilling
that's what I'm saying.
marshmallows, is because La Pagada actually means, the campfire in Spanish. So
Oh, I
hence the
forgot in
artwork
Spanish. Okay.
of them
Fire.
chilling by the fire. So again, go back to the initial goal target. For the hooks, it was a bit high, and we didn't adjust the number in the process. We could, but we didn't because we didn't want it to undermine your immense effort that you put already into achieving this goal. And again, despite the fact that the initial target was a bit overestimated, you still crushed it. So congrats on that. That said, going forward in the future community quests, we will make sure that we distribute the goal numbers evenly between survivors and killers, so it's not as easy or simple to achieve from one side or the other. And also, we'll make sure that the goals are challenging but achievable. Like as much as we enjoyed the thriller of getting
Yeah.
the goal smashed
What
on
a
the last
comeback
day,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, that was
It
crazy.
was a deal
That's
biter.
we're gonna make sure
Yep.
it's a bit more fair going forward.
Mhm.
And yeah,
Yep.
to wrap things up, I just wanted to say, we are really interested in what you think about
Mhm.
La Pagada as an event. We're looking forward to your feedback. For our Spanish-speaking friends specifically, we're going to have a dedicated post on DBD Spanish socials. So after the stream, hop in, share your thoughts. What did you think about the event? We're already starting working, on the next year. So share your thoughts of what you would like to see there, maybe rewards. Uh, we're interested in your thoughts there. So again, after the stream, hop on the socials and share your feedback. And muchas gracias a todos. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for breaking that all down to us, Andre. So now we're going to go ahead and
Yep.
transition over to our gameplay update segment with Mandy, Matthew, and Diego, which you all were going to be super normal about.
Oh, gameplay update. Okay. So there's a gameplay update here, guys. My Oh, yeah, hello, yeah, Froggy Bear. How's your day going? Let me get my phone real quick because I may not see you guys in the chat responding. I'll check my phone. Yeah, but I'll say hello, yos. Hello. No, skipping that. Ship my stream. Yeah, I'll say hello, Drew. I'll put in here like I'll say hello, Drew. So there's still more stuff to come. Still more stuff, guys, to come.
Hello?
Oh yeah, yeah. Hello.
I'm, uh,
Yeah,
I'm just doing,
I can hear y'all's voice now. Okay, let me put my volume down to 45. Is that much better?
yeah,
Okay.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Hi,
I'm just watching YouTube on my community live stream of that. Yeah, you better watch our
uh,
share screen.
I'll watch it.
Yeah.
And, uh,
Yeah, I was just watching like a community live stream. John, I would say.
Hi, everybody.
That's about it.
Welcome. And
I mean, I'm
please give
trying
a
to
welcome
find
for
the
Matthew
Virgin
Say
Village.
again.
and
Yeah.
Diego.
Like you
Happy. I'm gonna
yeah,
say it.
I was saying you were avoiding it, but you were unsuccessful.
Mhm.
Hello.
I'm gonna say it. It's one of those things I can't help it. Jordan's gonna change it. So here we are with the gameplay section. So I'm gonna be handing this over to Matthew.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we're gonna be
Yep.
talking about uh, live design.
Yeah. Like gameplay.
So this is a chapter release.
So it's
Generally speaking,
so it's a
we
live design
don't
update.
do
Chapter.
live balance changes for a chapter. That was the announcement we did previously.
Live balance
The
change for
reality
chapter.
is sometimes we need to, or we should, or it's a good idea to
Yeah.
always be flexible for this kind of stuff.
Mhm.
So generally speaking,
And
I'm going to talk a little bit about the difference between expectations for live balance on a chapter versus mid chapter. For a chapter,
chapter
it's
mid
going to be
chapter.
more dependent
Okay.
on emerging needs. So this is, we're seeing stuff players are doing or interactions or changes in overall performance that we're not happy with, or we need to prepare for an upcoming mid chapter. So this is the types of smaller changes we're going to do. Very, very small in scale
Mhm.
and only when needed. When we say small in
When
scale,
needed.
we're not looking at reworking mechanics or adding or removing functionality. It's really just small numerical changes.
So no new systems or anything like that.
That's right. That's right. It's focusing on higher risk concerns and
High risk
quality of life
concerns.
changes.
Quality changes.
Um,
No need to shake
and
up a meta.
as always, not
Mhm.
intended to shake up the meta in a meaningful way.
Mhm.
Not on the chapter release.
Correct.
We're looking for those for mid chapters.
That's right.
Yeah.
So mid chapters,
Mid
it's
chapters.
going to be much bigger in scale, and we're looking to be more and more impactful in this regard. Uh, Primarily killer and perk balance. Not
Primary
only those
killer
two
perk
things, but
balance.
definitely primarily. And we're expected to do bigger impacts on the meta. Right?
Okay,
So this
expect to
is when we say meta, of
impacts the
course, we
meta.
don't mean what's
Okay.
best. We mean what players are playing most. So
Mhm.
this is an attempt to diversify
Yep.
what players are experiencing a little bit more. And then also, we're going to start focusing more on different aspects of gameplay. So that could vary
Right.
from, is there too much gen focus? Is there too much
Hooks.
healing focus? Is there not enough hook on hook interactions? Is there not enough end game play? So we're going to focus changes around similar mechanics to give players an opportunity to explore a little bit more. And that's what we're trying to do in general.
So looking at it holistically more than
That's right.
anything.
That's right. So perk changes. Primarily based on community feedback and then
Feedback.
perceived over underperformance.
Wait. Do I miss
So
anything?
more often than not, it's going to start
Okay,
with
no, I'm good.
our players
Miss anything?
complaining or our players overly excited. We'll talk to, we have the outside people we work with. We have content creators who give us information and feedback. So that's where it starts. They flag issues, they flag concerns. We try to be data driven in the sense of, does the data confirm or deny what they're saying? If it doesn't match up, that doesn't suggest there isn't a problem. It means maybe the problem isn't as obvious as you think it is. So then we explore and we try to find newer, better explanations for where players are experiencing friction points.
It's not just one thing. It's not just data. It's not just sentiment. It is a combined mix of
That's right.
everything.
That's right. For this update, as I said before, limited to just tunables. So these are just numerical changes. We got buffs and we have some nerfs.
Buffs.
For the buffs,
buffs
on
nerfs.
the killer side, we're looking at buffing, Call of Brine.
Okay, so Call of Brine's getting buffed. Save the best for last, a nurse calling. Okay.
save
seem
the
like
best for
pop.
last,
They seem like
and
good
Nurse is
though.
calling.
I got numbers.
And what's getting nerfed?
Sure.
What's getting nerfed?
Do we need the numbers? I can't read them with my glasses on. Okay, so nurse is calling. That's going to be regardless of the health state, the healing is shown. So if we remember, there was a change and a bug fix recently, and with the feedback from the bug fix, it caused us to rethink how we want that perk to work more than anything else. Call of Brine, this will increase the time of regression from 70 seconds to 90 seconds. And what else have we got? I don't.
Which other
save the
ones?
best for last numbers.
No.
No.
Well, you'll see in the patch notes.
Yeah. Sorry.
So patch notes.
Last
okay.
I checked, we were doing a playtest earlier today. It's still a little bit in flux. For survivor buffs.
Okay, survivor buffs.
There's quite a few, but not as many as you might think.
Apoxa and Gentry. I like Fear that because that's been a popular type thing for Rick Grimes perk. Erdeline, Clean Break, Moment of Glory. Repress allowance in Technician. Wait, yeah, Technician, yeah. I hope this Technician, that is good. I hope the Technician is good or where it needs to be. Like, I hope this perk is good, dude.
Apocalyptic Ingenuity, Adrenaline, Clean
Because
Break,
Technician definitely
Moment
needs
of
a buff
Glory,
or something.
Repressed
That definitely
Alliance,
needs it.
and Technician. These are all getting small tweaks.
I've got those. I've got some of those anyway. So apocalyptic ingenuity. We don't get me to say these words. My dyslexia is verbal as well as written. It's now 2 chests
Oh, wait.
and 4 seconds. Was the next one?
Adrenaline.
Adrenaline. Okay, that's actually going back to the way it used to be. So the haste is now increased back to 4 seconds from 3 seconds. The exhaustion will remain at 40 seconds.
That's right.
So I think that's because it got hit a bit with diminishing returns.
That's right.
That sort of thing,
That's
wasn't it? Yeah. And clean break. That is going to be 45 seconds broken instead of the 60 seconds. So that one I've got. And Repressed Alliance is the generator block time, I think, is increasing slightly.
Yeah, just not much, but again.
A slight increase,
a
yeah.
slight increase. All right, so now debuffs.
Debuffs, which
if
one?
you're concerned that there's more survivor buffs than killer buffs, just wait a moment. So for debuffs, on the killer side, it's really just one.
No,
just
I
one.
added more.
Okay. Oh, did you?
More.
Yes.
Oof.
Sorry.
You're get me in trouble now. Nowhere
to hide?
Yeah. So that's down,
Claustrophobia.
that's down to 18 meters from 24 meters.
Good.
I mean, chlorophobia.
Effective, by the way. Sorry.
Chlorophobia.
Yeah, I couldn't say it either.
Yeah.
The
Nowhere to
fast one
hide and
feels
chlorophobia are
30%
getting
slower,
nerfs.
Currently 50%
Wow.
slower on live.
Yeah, chlorophobia been like a death build.
And
Hex
it's
for
really
the
good.
hunt?
That's going to be each stack is going to be 10%.
I'm really shocked it did Hex through the hunt, dude.
So I think that was
Because I
nerfed
like that
to
perk.
From
It
12.
is such a
From
good
12.
builder
This
line.
is a temporary one.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to have
I'm just
bigger
so
changes
bummed they had to
for
do
this in
those
the next
two.
mid-chapter. But this goes back to what
I
Matthew
like
was
those
saying
three
by
perks. They like seem
identifying an
good.
emerging need. We're noticing this a lot on live right now and how problematic this is becoming. So to get ahead of it, we're going to reduce the numbers just for this patch. And then it's going to get a bigger change in the mid-chapter.
This is another good example of, we know it may or may not have more interactions with the killer being released, so we want to get ahead of, needing to affect the killer when it's really just a global problem that we should be improving sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Yeah, rather than later.
So, survivor debuffs.
So survivors get more
3.
perks than this killers.
And I
That's
think
my example
most players
here.
are going to be excited. I'm going to say it before I show it. Small numerical changes. Don't expect a lot. But that just because we're doing it now doesn't mean we're not going to further change them in the future. This is just getting them ready to see where we need to take them in future releases.
Exactly.
Sprint Burst, Deliverance, and Vigil.
Sprint Burst is
so
getting nerfed. Sprint Burst is getting nerfed. Deliverance and Vulgar. Yeah, I understand like Vulgar is like a broken perk in the game. Sprint Burst was crazy in the game, Yeah, but I promotes would rather use like now a good perk now,
Rimburst,
now later.
50% haste for 2 seconds instead of the 3 seconds, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Vigil is going to be from 66
To
to
44.
40%, isn't it?
Think
Down to
40%.
40.
All right.
I think 40.
It's in flux.
It's in 40,
Let's still play
44%.
testing.
We'll fight over it and see who wins. And Dali. Everybody knows on the team that I always play with Dali, so it's like I've been
That's why we
teased
nerfed
about
it.
this. That's exactly it. I'm never telling them my perks again. Yabokin now twice as long, so 120 seconds with Deliverance.
Now, that's for this release.
Yeah.
We're going to have had 2 chapter releases in a row.
Yeah.
2 chapters.
We skipped an entire mid chapter. That means the changes we planned for diminishing returns got delayed. But those resources were kept. The general resources we had for the live team, we still did all the work on our side. There were other constraints for why we couldn't do a mid chapter release.
Yep.
But we can start teasing some future changes.
Future changes.
This is going to be for the release after this chapter. I'm not going to name specific perks. I just want to give everyone an idea of the amount of change that's coming.
Next release.
Here we
So,
go.
next release.
No
There's going to be
killer
no
update.
killer update. And I know we have a lot of killers that need updates. The original intention was to have phase 2 of Blight's rework here.
Blight's
And
rework?
we had a design for it. It was more of a side grade than anything else based on his performance.
So Blight's
Just
getting
really to
reworked.
change-
So Blight is getting reworked, guys. He just said Blight is getting a rework thing.
You know, which add-ons are more or less popular, stuff like that, be a little bit more flexible in the future. But we looked at the impact we expected that to have versus the delays for changes post diminishing returns. We didn't think it was going to be impactful enough. So we decided to put Blight aside for now and do more perks, 45 or more perks. We're still in the process of getting the work done, seeing how long it takes, playing with our bandwidth. This number probably expected to grow by a little bit more already, but that's a lot. It's a lot coming all at once.
And that's more than just number changes, isn't it?
That's right. A lot of these are reworks. It's about even between Killer and Survivor. It's split between general perk updates and diminishing returns. Obviously, I just said it a bunch of times, we're late with bigger changes for diminishing returns. This will not be the last diminishing returns based update. We might not always say it's a diminishing returns focused update, but now diminishing returns is a permanent part of what we take into consideration when we're doing these balance changes. The general perk updates is simply a lot of the general perks that are unlocked for new players don't see use, and they don't see use for good reason. They haven't been updated in a long time, a lot of them. They were made for a game that was completely different, 10 years ago, 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Like it's DBD has evolved, the players and how they like to play have evolved. We want to help new players get up to speed and feel the game as it should be sooner. So, general perks. No debuffs.
Okay.
The perks being touched are all getting side graded or better. Some are being reworked from the ground up, so they'll be completely different and more in tune with the current
those get
reality
reworked
of the game. And they'll be modernized for the current state. For the diminishing return changes, about 2/3 of them are buffs. So there are some perks that don't interact with diminishing returns at all because of the nature of their design. They're being overused right now, or they're feeling egregious to players on either side. Those are being taken down, but far and wide, the majority of changes we're making are buffs. Sorry, it's not. There we go. Debuffs are mostly effects that interact less with diminishing returns. And that's it. That's all that's on the horizon.
Wait,
for
that's
balance
a llama?
for now.
No.
Is there something
We're
else?
gonna want to mention something about the unhook protections.
Yes. So we're making we're making a change to unhook protections at the end
I
of
got
match,
talking
or
to
just in general, and
In
then
general,
especially for the end of match.
especially
Wait,
for the
wait,
end.
what are you still here?
Oh no, I'm gonna leave the.
Wait, what are you about to say?
I'm gonna leave the.
Oh, you about to leave this party?
Yeah.
Okay,
See you
gotcha.
later.
See ya. Oh, Gus Miss made his new DVD intro. Fire. If I just listen to that, I think it could be copyright, guys, because I don't want to get in trouble.
Into the match, yeah. So what we're basically doing right now, you get the haste, endurance, off the hook. It's 15 seconds. We're
Mandy.
knocking that back down to 10 seconds. But you will also have elusive off the hook. That will allow players to be able to get away from the hook, to be able to avoid that area of tunneling. But it means that you won't be able to weaponize.
That's right.
So we're going to try it with that to see how that impacts. The elusive, though, is not going to be active in endgame.
That's right. But the 10 seconds.
The 10 seconds
is going to be.
Yeah, 10 seconds haste and endurance is going to be there in endgame, but no elusive.
But no elusive. That means, like Mandy said, less weaponizing, especially in endgame.
Yeah.
You want to go in for those last minute rescues. You want to make the altruistic play, but it's not going to be as easy or as free as it feels currently.
It was 15 seconds. We identified how far a survivor could get with the haste and the endurance to the 15 seconds, and it was quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bit much.
Yeah. And then I think, well, nah. Go on, you can say it. MMR. We've got that coming up for release.
Yes, that's another thing that's in the works.
MMR.
I can't speak a lot about it, but MMR and how it's calculated is not going to be purely based on kills anymore.
Based on kills?
This is a big change. There's a lot going into it. We already have parts of it in the game, not affecting players in any way.
Doesn't affect players. No.
But just so we can collect data and see the impact it's going to have when we push it live.
It's just on our back end systems, but we should have more before the release on
That's
that.
right. More before the release in PTB. I don't think we use MMR at all.
No, we don't use that in PTB. So it's going to be for the live release. So you can expect to hear more from in New York in the August live stream. Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you, Matt. Not going to talk about MMR either, so yeah, all safe.
Well, you can if you want.
Well, okay, let's start. So, let me tell you everything. No. So yeah, we're transitioning into a single
One
thing
previous
from
update
UX,
was added to killer.
that we're very
power.
stoked about it, very happy about it. And I must stress out that a lot of times, well, with the UX team, we have been able to accomplish this or that, but I must stress that in this case, wasn't only the UX team, the cooperation between all areas of the DVD was amazing, including work here from Papi Matt.
Oh God, two Pappies. I can't cope.
I'm not going to call myself Pappies. I need to do it to someone else.
Okay, I'll call you Pappy.
Pappy?
So, the information of the killer in a key actions manner on the match details. So you could check what the killer power was all about while playing, and we saw that it was used by a lot of people to a situation where it was your first time. So that's what we wanted, and we wanted to keep helping people to learn and remember, even during a match. However, that was only
for
something else. We couldn't communicate at that moment. Has been that someone, for instance, me, wants to learn about killer power, being killer main. It's super interesting always for me to be trying different stuff. And what we have is something that it worked, but as we evolve, we start seeing that we needed to improve the way we communicate stuff. So we had that tooltip, and after reading a couple of paragraphs, some people like me would end up having a very hard time to understand favorite. So we don't want to keep just telling you what the killer power is about. We're not going as strong as to say that I just missed one text there, but it doesn't matter. We need to improvise. So we are going to tell and show
But tell and show.
different stuff.
Let's see what.
And what we have is something that it works, and but as we evolve, we start seeing that we needed to improve the way we communicate stuff. So we had that tooltip, and after reading a couple of paragraphs, some people like me would end up having a very hard time to understand favorite. So we don't want to keep just telling you what the killer power is about. We're not going as strong as to say that I just missed one text there, but it doesn't matter. We need to improvise. So we are going to tell and show. So let's roll. Oh, there it is. Of course, I had all this prepared.
You had
So
it
yeah,
all
this is only for
prepared.
Comedy Cafe. You know,
Yeah.
I love to put on a show. So now let's go. So we are having this new section for each single killer from now and for
Wow.
any future killer, where we are detailing on separate little key aspects what the power is all about. We want to present
So it
things
tells you,
in a way
yeah.
that's easier and more enjoyable for you to learn about the killer from a killer perspective and from a survivor perspective. And the start of the show is not
I would say positivity about it is good for learning. You may know what to
for
do.
you to think how to use what is there, but the video. So as you can see on the pic here, we have shown things that the pic can do, but also what survivors could do to remove the trap. This is also accessible from any lobby. That
Wait,
means that
that
if
seemed
you're a
like an
survivor,
alien
you
chapter.
don't
That
need
seemed
to
like
leave
that
your
right there.
lobby while matchmaking or not. To,
How I know that? Just
you
slam.
can jump directly while you're on the lobby to keep learning about the killers. And you can see the extended information that we added to the game a couple of streams ago, a couple of updates ago, where you can learn and remember what some keywords were. In this case, we're displaying there, for instance, Hinder and Killer Instinct. So another thing that we need to share with you is that killers, yes, have the access there, but also they can access
Wow,
this
there's a lot of
section
changes.
directly clicking on the killer power. And for the people that are observant, maybe you already noticed that the tooltip now is not this strong, long descriptive list, but it's surfacing the same information that we are putting out there on the match details. So what we want to accomplish is for you to be able to, on a first glance, understand, let's say, this, to say, okay, this is a power, kind of like, what is it about? But if you want more information, you can click on that or click on the official, let's say official, access. Those words.
They always still muted.
Okay.
Pretty mostly what about something.
See all there is about and to understand the condition, to understand the triggers, and also how to counteract it. So we hope this is going to be not only a place to learn, not something to share with your friends and new players, but also an enjoyable tool for content creators, for expert players, for anyone that want to just embrace what a
Yeah, that's great. And it's good for our content creators when they've got a lot of people, new people in their chat, trying to explain what each killer is, especially if you're playing Survivor and you don't play killer, because we do have a lot of players that play one side and not the other. So it's kind of good that they can actually have that visibility and then have that understanding, especially when it's a new killer and you haven't had, and you know, for example, you know what it's like when you play a new killer. You see the killer all the time in the lobby. That killer is the most played. It's natural. So it's kind of good that as a survivor, then you can open up in the lobby and say, okay, I know we're going to have a lot of X killer. So let me have a look what the power is and practice for next match when you've been steamrolled and it's in another match. Yes, that's happened to me a lot recently.
You're totally right. And what is funny, and people can judge me about this, but I have played Oni more than once. I'm not good at Oni, but I have played. And when we were working on this, suddenly just checking the screenshot and just does this and that, and it's like even when I have been playing so long, I didn't know there were differences in the blood or distribution and everything. So it was like, oh, so I hope this is a moment of realization also for a lot of people and your thoughts and how we should go forward, because as everything we have done, we want to keep improving and making the game more enjoyable and more interesting for all of you.
This is why we say you should play both sides. Would we be able to provide more context on the decision to debuff coulrophobia?
So sure. We understand that, they're not the most common perks, right?
Yeah.
And then we look at data to kind of lead us and try to have the perks problematic in and of themselves. They're problematic when paired with other certain things.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into it to a great deal. Higher MMR brackets, we're seeing certain builds that are a little bit more egregious.
Certain play styles.
Certain play styles that are, a little.
Can I be blunt?
Well, you can.
I can be blunt. Basically, coulrophobia because of the egregious slugging builds, and it's being used a lot in that. We're recognizing that as a very unfun play style and something that isn't planned for what we want for plays.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Nowhere to hide. I hinted at it. There's some interactions already. We know that. We have similar expectations with the new killer who's coming up later in the present. Starting to pair together a little bit unhealthy.
I hope I'm using in a health.
You're a nowhere to hide nurse, aren't you? Okay. Well, both, thank you both very, very much. As ever, you'll have these changes in the PTB. Please test them and let us know. We are there for the feedback.
Yep, I know we get PTB because one person said a rumor. Okay, hold on. One person said a rumor, but we're not gonna have PTB in anytime soon. But turns out they're wrong. I feared they would say something. I fear they would say that something would be wrong. Cause we keep having PTB. It makes no sense why we cannot have PTB. We enjoy it. It makes no sense. You know what I mean? It makes no sense. We keep having PTB every single, most a year now. Almost years by now. We keep seeing a new killer, a new content here. One person rumor said it would not happen. It just won't happen. For some at all reason. So yeah, that's all I would say, guys. So let's just continue watching the video, guys. Let's continue watching.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. We're going to hand over to the Grimoire section now. So thanks all.
Next one, the Grimoire, I'm very hyped for Grimoire, guys. I hope y'all are hyped. I'm pretty much am. I'm hyped for Grimoire, and I hope in November chapter we get a Terrifier. I hope we get that, bro. I hope we get Terrifier chapter in November. I hope if Primos will be delayed, I hope we keep it there. I hope we keep it there, cause I'll be very hyped for a Terrifier chapter. Arthur Clown be my most wanted licenses I want to see in Dead by Daylight. I would love to see Terrifier in the game. It's if it fits very well. It fits very well. I'm very hyped for Terrifier though. Like Jason and Terrifier on my leagues have like more stuff. I will make more licenses I want to see in Dead by Daylight. Cause there's still many licenses I would want to see in Dead by Daylight. There's like so many. It's just so many, bro. It's just so much licenses that you want to put them in the game. Like there's so many. Like you know what I mean? There's so many of them. Yep. There's so many stuff we gotta go through today. So many.
Hi everyone, Omnia here. We're here to talk about the Grimoire today, and it's very exciting because we're not just here to talk about the Grimoire as, you know, the whole process we've had this past year of making a chapter with you. We're here to talk about the Grimoire as our upcoming chapter. The next chapter you're going to get to experience in the game now, the Curse of Sin. It's a big transition. We have a lot to show you today. A lot of exciting things. But first, we want to start by thanking you. You know, you've been with us for over a year now, building this chapter. You've been with us, you know, one vote at a time, helping us, you know, create the Judgment, create Aurora, bring 2 new characters to life. And I think it's fair to say that there wouldn't be a Judgment without you, there wouldn't be Aurora without you, we wouldn't have the Hopeless Exile. These are things that you made possible and that we are bringing to life in the FOB. So very, very exciting. A couple of things to note, you'll get to test the new content very, very soon. The PTB is coming early August, so you'll get to try all of that, everything we've worked on for a year with you. But on top of that, we'll start rolling out some...
Wait, is that John or somebody else? Oh.
Oh no, it's me.
Oh yeah, hello.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Wait, I sent you my Discord server.
Wait, what's it called? Wait,
I send you.
Wait, are you Cash?
Yes, that's me.
Ah, you changed your profile. I figured out a voice it came from. Like, who's that voice is?
That's good. My new username is Tung 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 Senji. In case what Senji is from an anime series called Evan Galine. Check it out.
Galine. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
greatest show ever.
Okay. Oh wait, so you text me about like NC waiting room of this server?
Yeah, waiting room hangout. Yeah. It's for the people who's waiting for the launch of the both projects. Not affiliated with Warner Brothers, by the way. This is my Baba Yuga. Thank you.
Oh. Yep, I got on that server. So I was about to watch on YouTube. Like, are you playing your PlayStation or are you just your phone?
I'm playing my PC right now.
PC, okay, yeah. I'm watching like Devil's live stream like on YouTube.
content as early as next week. So stay tuned. A lot of things to show you.
Oh, you
and
forgot to
maybe
get a
you'll
member.
even get an
If
early
you
look
didn't get a member, I
the
can
content
just give you the member.
of the chapter.
Wait, hold
So
on.
Yeah,
There you go.
very,
I give
very
you a member.
yeah. It says I put a yes or a no question. I'll put it. I'll just put a yes.
exciting things.
Oh,
But
there's another
we'll
question
start
saying
with a bit
Infinite
of
or
an
Beta
update.
Plus, but I think so. I think it was there.
It was.
If that, there's like 2 questions, something like that. So that's.
Okay.
On the progress we've made so far, because
But I give you
the
the
last
member
update was part of our
if
blog
it doesn't
post.
work.
You know, we had a stream before
Maybe it
that.
doesn't work.
We've really wanted to show you
Okay.
all the work we've had behind the scenes.
If it
And
doesn't work,
today
I
we get to
just give
do
you the
that,
member.
not only as, you know,
Okay.
all
In
the work
case
was
what it
put
is,
into the
can I tell you
Grimoire,
what it is?
but you're going to get
Let
pretty
me-
much an early look at the
So
chapter.
what this server
you know, you get an early look at all the
this
content
is
we've worked on and
this
all the
is
content that
for the
you made
waiting
possible.
for
So
the
we're
both
gonna
projects to
start,
launch.
and we're gonna start
And
with a
whatever
very
it
familiar
launches,
face that
whatever
you've seen
there's a
on our stream
release date or the kind of stuff,
for the
I
Grimoire. We're
will
gonna start with Jeff,
typically
our
making a
senior game
website
designer, to talk about
the
gameplay.
countdown for the projects to come out.
We'll get used to it.
And
We'll get used to it. It's part of it.
stick around for
Yes. You gotta be very careful with the mic.
stick around for sneak peeks
But
or
we'll
kind of
figure it
stuff
out.
when it release.
And we're gonna start with some gameplay
have
updates, and then we'll pass it off to Daniel,
my
our
dig is very good.
senior technical
If
designer,
you go to sneak
to
peeks
talk
for
a bit
both
about the
projects,
balance.
you can see
Very
all
exciting
the
things.
almost
So,
all the
Jeff,
sneak
please
peeks
take it away.
Yeah, well, first
they
of all,
made
I want
from
to say
Beta Plus
again,
and Infinite.
as Amia said,
I
thank you so
forgot
much for being with us throughout
sneak
this whole
peeks
very exciting ride.
for Beta
And I'm
Plus.
super happy
So
because
probably
today
gonna
you'll
put
get to meet
that
a lot of different people,
sometime
including
couple
Daniel.
days.
He'll be talking about the add-ons, but I don't know if you want to say hello first because it's your first
Friend
time.
is coming back soon.
Super nervous, but really excited to be here.
We're so happy to have you.
Yeah, I think it's cool. The more people, the better, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's so many people that work on this with us, and it's so important that everyone gets to see like how many talented colleagues we have.
Grimoire.
A little teaser: you'll get to meet a lot of new people today. We have a
very
full. You're gonna have a full
much.
couch.
Yes.
You know, you're gonna get to meet a lot of new people, so it's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, and you're going to see a lot of different facets. So
Gameplay and
stick around.
add-ons in a Grimoire update.
So,
Okay.
gameplay update.
Oh, gameplay now. Wait, is there gonna be a playtest for it?
They're very cool, by the way. So,
Yeah, they said like in a PTB, they said that'd be early in August. Like they said that'd be early August.
Yes, let's go. Finally,
Yeah.
yes. I love
Yeah.
PTB. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah. There's like one person who said like we're not getting PTB. Like I just think it will make no sense. We keep having PTBs almost every single years. Like it will make no sense why they won't
Dude,
stop doing it.
I just love PTB because you
Yes.
know why? Because you get so many free stuff, dude. I just love how they added it.
Yeah, and
I love PTB.
plus you play as a killer as a gameplay, even as survivors for that matter.
again,
thank you.
Stick around. So for the judgment, so the killer, during around this time, it's really about fine-tuning the balance. You know, all the speed curves that we have, and you know how long the pillar lasts. Sorry, I'm hearing a lot of.
So,
Let's switch mics.
Oh.
Yeah, on my
Backtracking.
server, my
This is
waiting
Dan.
room hangout.
Dan worked on the add-ons. Very cool guy.
There's a
and he's
couple
gonna
of the
tell.
people who join and
Couple?
promote scams on my chat on my server, so I banned them for due to of its scam promotes. Or,
So they're trying to scam you or something?
No, they're so here's the thing. There's a thing where you get hacked and there's a promotion. Remember the Mr. Beast promotion where people get
Yeah.
hacked and people advertise
Yeah, I
like
get
a
what you mean.
scam website?
Yeah, like a scam
Yeah, that's
website.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. And people are joining my server for absolutely no reason, and they join and then they promote scams and other kind of stuff. So what I do is that I ban them for a reason is scam promotion. So I had to make sure everything is clean, everything is good, no fucking scam promotes, no nothing. If there are any not safe for work or any inappropriate shit to my server, I just banned him.
Yep. That's a good thing. He just did that. That's pretty good.
Tell you more about himself afterwards. But for now,
Yep,
let's
I'm
focus on
just
the
doing my
gameplay for the
job, you know.
judgment. So
Yep. Don't trust
at this
scammers.
stage, we've been focusing on
Yes.
fine-tuning the balance, notably, the speed curves when you're using your power, when you come out of it, the cooldowns, and all of these things. Um, Also, we've had a lot of playtesting because that's very important. And one of the things that we found is that the survivors felt the killer was able to, what we called internally, perform the insta-fling. And what that means is essentially you would charge up your Ray of Retribution, and the moment it was on a survivor, you would just cast it, and that would instantly injure them. And that had the result of people not really having a lot of fun. So, yeah, what we ended up looking at for that is adding a small delay before it actually becomes lethal, and to further encourage the judgment players to lean into this whole controlling phase that we have for the Ray of Retribution. We made it so that the longer that you control it, the shorter that delay gets, and right now we also have the, because once you cast it, it has a certain lifetime, and if you control it for long enough, that lifetime will actually be longer than if you just insta-cast it. So far, the results of that have been really, really positive. I think we've been having a lot of fun with it. Of course,
Very
we have
much.
some really funky add-ons that we tested as well, but, more on that after.
Yes, very soon,
But,
very soon. But I think it's so good because you get to see too. It's not something we show a lot for regular chapters, but you get to see the amount of fine tuning that really is involved in building a chapter.
Oh yeah, I mean, I have a whole list of changes I could share. If you guys want to put it there, like people could see everything I've done, because that list is.
Yeah, guys. I think next time we do more of my videos and we're about to do trailers about like person named. You guys may heard there's a person named former employee Mr. Beast. He did a video about how expose him, that stuff. We do that next time for my reaction to that. So I'll well glad you guys want to hear some stuff. Comments down below what he stuff he did. Because I'll show you, one of y'all may know he did bad decisions. He kept doing this, doing that. So we will watch that video next time, guys. Of Mr. Beast exposed thing.
Long as anyway, um, and yeah, the Hopeless Exile. Obviously, internally, we have a lot of different skill levels. We have veteran players, we have more newer players, we have average players, and they're all
Oh yeah,
very
by the way,
important
I'll
to
also give
fine-tune
you
because one player's experience does
because
not invalidate another's.
you're actually the
And so for
first
the Hopeless
people
Exile, one of the
who
main
the
feedback
first
that
actual person
kept
who
on coming back
joined.
is that
So
survivor
as
spot
for
battles
that, I'll
were
give you
too
OG
frequent,
for
where
that.
they felt like even if they were
Thanks for
dodging,
joining.
it was
Appreciate
You're
it.
pointless
welcome.
because they would just get hit. And
Exactly.
It
I
helps
have
my
a video in
server
the next slide
good.
that I'll show, but you'll have a comparison
I
Wait,
feel like
between
they
the
so
support
prototype
more.
and what.
wait, hold on. That's your server you created.
Yes, that's me. I create that server.
Wow. So waiting room hangout.
Yeah, it's a Reddit room hangout. This is a hangout where you wait for both projects to launch. So whenever they announce a release
Wow.
date, I'll make a website where you and the people can see what time does it come out. So before they release it and all that kind of stuff, I give people sneak peeks so they can do like one by one project. So like for example, you go first of the Multiverse is Infinite and go second to Beta Plus. So for me, my goal is to put both projects for combine of the sneak peek so it'll be more easier to the people to
Ooh.
can see the both projects announced. So whenever they give us a release date or anything, I can make a website probably soon when they make a release date. It will be a countdown or something like that. So it will be the website will come out as soon as they you know release like the countdown of what's release date is. If you think that everything is official, just click the please notice, and or if you have any questions, you can go to FAQ. You can ask me any questions. You want to promote your channel, your servers, your games, all the kind of stuff. You can go to the promoted channel without DM me. Uh, the free malware right here to text. It's a trick for Honeypot. Thanks to Honeypot, I can probably trick scammers from it.
Okay.
And arcade is the level up, so like the levels I have, the max as of right now, it's level 15, but for premium I had to do level 20. So I don't have premium, so I had to do level 20, level 15.
Level 15. Okay.
You
What it
can
is now.
do
That's really
anything.
The
You
good.
video is
can
not even the latest numbers because the
if you
video is
have multi
was recorded
if you have open
a couple
versus,
days ago.
you can
But
1v1 your friends or
basically in the
2v2
prototype you
your
see hazards
friends,
are like actually
or
really
if
really
you don't
aggressive,
have it,
and
if you
then now
don't
they're
have it, you can
much less
have
aggressive, and there's
you can
also
do
a lot more range to
parsec,
them
you
because in
can
the prototype we
do.
just kind of like
We
slapped
have
them
movie
together
nights
to make it
actually.
work, which is what
We
the prototypes.
I actually
Here,
found a
let's stop
way
yapping.
to do movie
Let's look at
nights.
videos.
Special thanks to
Mm.
So
pirated websites, I could
on the left
finally
side you have the
showcase
prototype
of
version,
Wow, a
stuff.
gameplay.
Oh shit.
Which you may have
Yeah.
remembered
Yeah, I was about to
seeing
say this is
in
a
the past.
gameplay of the Judgment.
And on the right side is from, like I said, a couple
Wow.
of days ago.
It's sick.
And you can see
Look
I'm
at
trying to
real
like
life
recreate the
thing. It is
same kind of
sick.
movement so that you can see that it's functionally the same.
Oh my.
Oh yeah, by the way,
And it's just,
I talked
yeah,
about the
it's
concept
been
artist
super
for
popular
Multiverse of
internally.
Infinite.
People are having a lot of fun
I
with it.
give him ideas of characters to come
Legal
out
And here,
realm.
this is a
on
comparison for
Multiverse of
the
Infinite.
Exile.
I can't say
So
anything
if you
if it
haven't
comes
seen
out or
the
not.
Exile in action,
I
well,
will
here it is.
say
So you can
it's
see the
glitchy
crystals that you collect with the
and
artifact. You can
it's
see the hazards as well that are
it's
plummeting
flying
around and trying
buffed.
to make you die
That's what I'm
faster.
gonna say.
And then
And
if you compare
it's
it to the
coming out very
prototype,
soon. I
the
don't know if
frequency
that's
of
gonna
them
come out or
and
not. I
how
talked to one of the
precise they
conceptors,
are is
right?
much more
So
different.
it probably might come
So
out
I'm just
true.
gonna go back again. I'm gonna try clicker. Okay, and then I'm gonna play it again just so that in case you missed it, because I didn't set it to loop because I'm
Wow,
too old for
gameplay of
that
Grimoire the
nowadays.
Judgment as a kill looks sick though.
I lost my train of thought. What was I saying?
We're talking about the tweaking, the fine tuning. We were looking at the Hopeless Exile, and I think one of the things that's really good to see is that you want to. I think with the Hopeless Exile, you want to make it feel unsafe. You don't want survivors just having fun in there, but you still want the gameplay to be fun.
Yes, yes, exactly. And I think that's the nuance to have is that while it is meant to be a risky environment that you don't want to stick around in, you also don't want it to be unplayable for players who may not have the same experience level as more veteran players. And I think we've reached a pretty good middle ground between the two. But anyway, that's where we're at. And as I said,
Yeah, by the way,
playtesting
if
is
you look at
continuing.
the roles, you
Actually,
can
I have
if you
one
go to
scheduled later
roles,
today to test some
you can see all the
versions of it.
roles
Oh, I
of
didn't tell you about
what
that.
you have
But yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah, exactly.
Surprise.
I can't spoil
Sorry.
everything.
No, not everything.
Yeah, like when you did that stuff, yeah, like learn by rules, yeah.
Figure it out and
No,
experience
on
things
rules, I
for
had to
yourself
tell you
when it's
something.
going to be available.
So on the rules channel, you can see all the rules and stuff. But if we go up, there's all the links in the description. They're all links for the fan project, all that kind of stuff. If you want to support the project, if you want to.
Okay. So project here like they walk you. So like
What?
if my bad. You said like I thought you said like you will walk you, like that's a word like I heard you said about it.
I'm not saying that. I'm talking about like all the links for
Oh,
both
all the links.
fan projects.
Oh, okay, okay. So like all links you just did like on those social things.
Yeah, I put all the links to support the fan project in the description. I linked their Twitter, I linked their Reddit, I also linked their Blue Sky, I also link Discord and YouTube. So in case you want to support them, you can. And we're not affiliated with Open Beta Plus and Infinite. This is for education purposes only. I have
So
not have the rights to make the server.
so you only said put on the server. You said like you only speak English for the server.
Yeah, this is for only English. I understand there's different
People are
languages of it.
yeah. I know you're not trying to be
So
I know you're not trying to be rude to people like that not don't learn how to speak English or something. I know you're not trying to be rude or anything.
I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just saying it's only for English. I understand there's different languages to like Spanish and Russian and all that kind of stuff. I understand, but as soon as I get different languages on different channels, I could. So it may take a while if the if the Espanol people who like for example a guy who speak Espanol joins, so they can't talk. So they had to wait for Espanol channel where you can chat. Not trying to be rude to other people. All people are good, are great, but it's not available yet, so
Okay.
it's gotta wait.
Okay. I get you.
That's it.
Okay,
So
let's
it's
not
all
break
for
part of
English
what
only. Don't
PTB is, right?
worry.
That's it.
Same thing as
Espanol
right?
and
And trying and
other
testing
countries
and you know
will
giving us
will
your
be
feedback
added
as
soon,
well and
as
how you
soon as
like it. So
possible.
I'm gonna keep it for the PTB.
But I
Right.
have
Well,
not
now
have the time
it's
to
your
do
time to
this.
shine,
I'm
Dad.
just taking a break
Okay,
for
fine.
Oh wait,
Okay.
clicker.
do for
Clicker.
fixing this
And
server. So yeah.
hopefully I'm being
Got
picked
you.
up by the bike. If
If you
not,
like this server that I have and all that stuff,
We'll
you
fix
can always
bring it to me.
boost the
All right.
server.
So
If you have
yeah,
any
as
boost,
said, it's the first time
that will
I'm
help my
streaming
server.
this, so super super exciting.
If you boost it,
So a little bit
you will also get a
is
badge.
that
It's
I
called the booster.
oh I'm getting
Booster.
Production is here to help.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you, production.
And we're so happy to have you, Daniel. I know, like I
Yes.
mentioned today, we're getting to see a lot of new faces, and I think one of the great things about the Grimoire is that we get to show the work we do behind the
Grimoire.
scenes and all the faces
True.
that work on that content.
Faces.
And it's not an opportunity we get very often to do that. So the Grimoire is really exciting for that. And Daniel, so
Mhm.
happy to have you.
I'm
Please
very hyped for
tell
our
us more about the
PTB being
add-ons.
early in August.
Yeah, so am I being picked up now? Perfect. All right. So yeah, a little bit about me is that I've worked since since the start with Jeff on the prototype. So I've done a lot of the programming of the killer actually, and for the past few months I've been designing the add-ons. So that's
Wow.
also been really fun, and I'm
Add-ons.
very excited to be talking to you guys about it now. So let's see if we have the slide. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the
Wow.
process
Lot.
that goes on for add-ons.
Oh my.
A little bit about how we've
Faces.
managed it for
Add-on
the Judgment
process to
chapter,
paper
and then
design
we're gonna have a
comes
sneak
shortly
peek at
after.
a few of the add-ons
Prototype is
themselves.
done.
So in
Supposed to
general,
cycle after
when we do add-ons,
base kit is
is
finished.
that the initial paper designs come
cast,
shortly
then
after the prototype is done.
receive. Okay.
We're always thinking about add-ons
Mhm.
as we go through play tests in that prototype phase, but of course the main base kit is what matters most. But a lot of great add-ons come from those early play tests. Hey, what if the power does this? That would make a great add-on.
That's true.
And yeah, so then the implementation of them happens only after we get the main killer power done. So the play testing of it comes a little bit delayed. We focus on the main power. So we're always like a little bit behind on the add-ons. The next phase is doing a big narrative pass. So this is a fun challenge because we have so many terms in the add-ons that really refer to very specific, well, I guess developer terms. So when we fling the pillar, or well, it becomes cast. And when survivors gain sin, we had to replace a lot of sin with heresy. That's the new name. And where we are right now is that we're wrapping up the balancing of it. Well, we still have a couple of play tests in before it gets in. But yeah, we've done a ton of internal and external play tests. We've passed the paper design among everyone. And yeah, that's the general process.
And like I said, there's some really fun
First
add-ons.
chapter.
Just again, stick around.
Sin agrees between add-ons. Avoid too many status effects. Focusing on exile as an action. Nothing affecting exile itself. Expand of Herstory Sin. Focus on divine light for this chapter.
Stick around.
Okay.
Don't leave yet.
Yeah, we've gone a little wild, but we'll see how it works for PTB. So for this chapter, we're focusing on divine light as what add-ons affect, as well as expanding on heresy, because
Sorry, just what is divine light?
all right, so divine light is, well, we refer to it as the pillar. So as you charge up divine light, you control it, and then you cast it. It starts to go in a straight line and damaging those heretics.
So for those of you who have been following the Grimoire for a long time, this is the Ray of Retribution. That's its official name is Divine Light. Sorry, I just wanted to clarify.
Oh, for sure. So I'm going to go back and forth between terms because we use them both.
Yeah.
So yeah, one of the objectives was also to expand on heresy, which was sin before. And while you won't really see anything that affects exile itself, so the hazards, the beams that survivors encounter in exile, we're not affecting those, but we do have things that are going to affect when you exile and when survivors are rescued from there.
Mhm.
We also decided to do things a little bit differently and try to avoid too many status effects. Usually we add-ons always apply status effects. They're convenient for us to use, and it's already a known language with players. But yeah, we're going to try to focus on things that really change the power. And of course, wanted to experiment with synergies between the add-ons. I had to.
You know
Oh,
what?
God.
I love it. I live for puns. Mandy would be very disappointed, but I live for puns, so I love this.
I didn't even click until he actually said it, and I'm just like, what the? Oh, okay, good job.
I might be
That was
driven
really
off
good.
stage. But we'll see. So let's take a quick peek at some of the add-ons.
Okay, let's take a quick peek. Oh, 7-ounce changes may happen before PTB.
We've got 7 of them to show, and keep in mind
Yo, Cass,
that
are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay.
some of these
You
may
gotta watch that out.
change
They
in
said a
numbers,
sneak
maybe
peek, bro,
behavior,
of a
but,
PTB
well,
before that.
we're waiting on you
Ooh.
to test it out in PTB
Bro,
and give us that feedback.
everything but
So first,
like
whenever a
practice
survivor
versus
blinds
AI.
you, if they're a heretic,
Everything's
they become
like,
blinded themselves, and then
AI
they gain
bot game
heresy.
mode.
So what this means is,
That,
if those
so
pesky
like,
survivors
I
are
have a
blinding
plan for
you,
Dead
they're
by
gonna gain.
Daylight is that I want them to add a AI bot mode, game mode, where you still get rewards.
Yeah,
and custom game mode.
Yeah, like custom game modes. Yeah, they said they're doing like some more stuff in the future in Total 7. They said we'll make our own map customs, even more like modes. They said like 1v1 experience. They said even a zombie mode. They also said about that like during that time. So they're making a lot of changes in Dead by Daylight, which I'm very hyped. We could make our own customs like maps or something like that. Or make our own custom type of things. Like for maps, for example, like more stuff, etc., and have like more graphical graphical like rework update of that in 12.7. Because they also have like dynamic weather up. They have dynamic weather, which is like it'd be they say like more weathering effects or more other anything. So I'm pretty hyped for that.
But if they have the audacity to do it again,
Nice.
they're gonna
I hear
become
that Dead by
blinded
Daylight is gonna be
themselves.
free soon.
I love it.
I kinda
Free.
hear.
They were free on Epic Games, but I'm not sure if about to be free like on right now currently. So I could see what happen. We'll get it free, but people want to see that.
Yeah. So is anyone a fan of bowling?
Yeah, but I think we're
yeah,
mostly
actually,
if they will put it free, I
would
think
go
it'll be
bowling
like
with my
much
dad.
more hackers or something, more put in games, so they'll end up like want somebody to buy it.
Quite a lot. So yeah, I like bowling.
Well, actually, for me, I use All Knuckle, but it's just only for your licensed characters. Skins.
Because divine light breaks all breakable walls and dropped pallets it passes through.
Because when you are zealous, you have a bit of a trade-off.
Thank you, production.
Yeah, so this is the bowling add-on. So when you become zealous, and this is the empowered state with a new name for it. So while you're zealous, you trade off half of that time, that duration, but you get the upside is that the divine light now.
Hold on, guys, for a sec. Sorry, I paused that, guys. Okay, it's right there. So I was just checking. Let's go. Let's continue, guys. Let's continue.
Breaks all breakable walls and dropped pallets it passes through. And I want to specify, it breaks all of those objects.
Oh.
So I'm really looking forward to seeing your clips of how many things you could break. And here's a challenge: try to get a strike.
Can't wait to see that. Please, if you do, post that on socials. We want to see it.
Yeah. So the next one is whenever a survivor gains heresy, then for the next 4 seconds, their aura is revealed to you.
Ooh.
But in turn, your aura
Wait,
is
they're
revealed to
buffing
them.
like stuff.
So
they did buff perks and also debuff like one of the perks things. Even they said like more updates. I would say like more how to learn to play as a killer to get more examples, may know what you're doing. So they have like more stuff which is coming. I'm pretty good at with it, knowing what to do. Whenever a survivor gains history for 4 seconds, their orbs reveal to you your. Okay, so their aura revealed to you. Your aura is revealed to them. Okay, so they're revealed to you
So we do a
even
bit
for
of finger
them.
pointing. whenever this activates. But keep in mind, this is whenever you gain heresy. So with that first add-on that inflicts heresy, well, this is also going to be something that could synergize with it, and that's going to be a theme with some of these. Then the fourth one. So for those who like to...
Oh, whenever a survivor liberates another survivor from exile for 20 seconds, your terror radius is reduced by 75%. Your terror radius is copied to every shrine of judgment. You gain undetectable.
Have some shenanigans in a match. This one is for you. So whenever a survivor liberates another survivor from exile, so this is when somebody rescues them from the exile hook, then for the next 20 seconds, their terror radius, so
I
your
should
terror
add
radius is reduced by 75%.
I should add
Then
a
your terror
multi
radius
versus
is...
tournament foreshadowing.
Wait, you talk voice channel like in Dead by Daylight?
No, for my Hangout server.
Oh.
Copy to every single shrine of judgment, and you gain undetectable. So this terror radius, there's going to be your terror radius, a mini one on each of these shrines whenever somebody is saved, and that, for the sake of perks, they all work. So I look forward to seeing what kind of builds you come up with.
And to, there are 7 shrines, so that's a lot of terror radii.
Yep.
At the same time.
Very, very scary. Very oppressive. You're never going to feel safe. Yeah.
So I think this next one's going to really take off.
Okay, when Zealous increases the max lifetime of cast Divine Light by 200%, decreases on the radius of Divine Light by 50%. The range that survivors can observe Divine Light's aura is expanded by 200%. Okay.
So while Zealous, you increase the max lifetime of cast Divine Light by 200%. That effectively triples its lifetime. Though it comes at a cost, because this is quite crazy. It decreases the radius of Divine Light by 50%. So it's half the size. And the range that survivors could observe Divine Light's aura is extended by 200%. So survivors will see that rocket ship you send, and
I can't. It's too much. You didn't warn me about all these.
What am I doing?
Doing great. You're doing great.
All right. So if
when Zealous the min delay before its lethal is set to 5 seconds, increases the 0.5 seconds, increases the max speed of controlled Divine Light by 100%, increases the max speed of cast Divine Light by 50%. Cast Divine Light will always be directed towards you.
If that one doesn't leave you coming back for more, this one will come back to you, because while Zealous, so there's going to be a little bit of a minimum delay before it starts to have its hitbox active, but it will increase the max speed of controlled Divine Light by 100%. It will increase the maximum speed of cast Divine Light by 50%, and it will always be directed towards you. So while you are in that empowered Zealous state, it's going to have a boomerang effect where it very quickly comes back to you. So I'm hoping that you'll find that this one catches survivors off guard. And then finally, the last add-on that we're going to be teasing.
Cast Divine Light now reflects off the first 2 obstructions it would otherwise pass through. When reflecting, it passes for 0.5 seconds before being cast again.
Is that cast Divine Light now reflects off of the first 2 obstructions it would otherwise pass through. And when reflecting, it pauses for half a second before shooting off again. So this one is a little bit inspired by one of our earlier iterations in Prototype, where we try to make it bounce off objects.
Yeah, that was very, very early, actually. It was like before, for those of you who have been around for a long time, it was before we had the pillar, right? We had like the beam of light that went forward. And I think, I feel like maybe we had anyway, I'm going to stop talking. But yeah, very early on we tested that, and we moved away from it because of, I think it was the inconsistency of the collisions, right?
So some disclaimers when running this add-on. Well, our collisions aren't super great in the game, but so this one, expect things to come off at really bizarre angles once in a while. So this is not the most consistent add-on, but it is certainly the most chaotic one.
Yes.
So for those who just want chaos in a match, bring this, but probably don't bring it if it's your first few times playing the killer. It really changes how you play it, because normally it goes through collisions, but here it's going to prevent it going through those first collisions.
But I think this is great because it really gives you, opportunities to have fun with the power and with the killer, and like maybe at the beginning you get used to the power, you get used to the killer, and with time you get to try new strategies. So I think we have a lot for players to work with here.
We also love chaos.
We do. We love chaos.
So while that's all the add-ons that I have to show, I'd like to reiterate that we need your playtesting in the PTB, because there are 20 add-ons, and a lot of them synergize with each other, especially these three right here. So test all the combinations, go wild, tell us what needs to change, and we're listening.
Thank you, Daniel. This is great. I love that we got to see the process of also, you explain a little bit how we make these. What's the really the process of it, the logic behind it, how narrative comes into it, and seeing the add-ons, I can definitely see how they fit the Judgment really well. So I can't wait for us to try
before
them.
I move along, very early on, like the older killers, it used to be the killer designer that would do the add-ons, the perks, the killer power, the score events, the achievements, the loading tips, and the list goes on. And I, as a couple-time killer designer, I want to say that having someone else, another designer, use their brain to find add-ons, so great. And it speaks for itself. Like, these are really cool.
Yeah, we get to have fun. We get to go wild. So.
Yeah, it's been a really fun process, especially working with you and bouncing off all these ideas. Okay.
I could sense a pun coming there, but enough. We've had enough puns. Just warning anyone who's going to be coming on the couch afterward, no more room for puns. But thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Daniel, for joining me today to talk about the gameplay, the add-ons. Like you have said, Daniel, please try the PTB. Like I mentioned, early August. Let us know what you think. We want to know how you like these. We want to know more about, the gameplay and all of that, because that's really important to us. And I think with the Grimoire, we got to give you a little bit of a glimpse of how we work behind the scenes. But now that this is going to be player-facing, we're going to need to hear more about, how you feel about the gameplay and how does it feel when you actually get your hands on it. So please let us know. But yeah. Thank you. We're going to move on very shortly to talk about art. We have more visual to show.
Art the Clown, right?
Very excited.
Wait, Art the Clown? Yeah, I was about to go through that, but they have a lawsuit of Terrifier. It's they have a lawsuit of Terrifier. It would say affect the merch. Yeah, the Terrifier had a lawsuit. Just yeah, they have a lawsuit because it said doing Totodile 7. But mostly, yeah, it has a lawsuit. Yeah, they have close to 2 major lawsuits of copyright, all rights to Catherine Curran agreeing Rivalry's footage, and they have developed by Ruthless Pictures, I believe. Yeah, they did that, and they have development do that in Totodile 7 of that. So, but mostly, people saying it will froze so-called the franchise. People say being frozen. So, I'm thinking pretty mostly what's it called? Yeah, Damian Maloney just said in Twitter of that. So pretty mostly they're that lawsuit that I do with Ruthless Pictures. They did all that. So they did that with Ruthless Pictures way back here. They have short films Terrifying the Ninth Circle. So they put out with Ruthless Pictures, but now they have a lawsuit against their agreements the budget movies they did. Terrifier first one was low budget, but it went up higher, making more sequels to that. So that's why I had a lawsuit here. So I hope we get Terrifier as a chapter. I hope we don't lose this chapter. I hope not.
So thank you, Jeff and Daniel.
Thank you. Stick around. Don't leave.
Yeah,
cool
don't leave.
Coming.
We have more to show.
Yes.
We have more to show.
Yep, still more. Yeah, there's so much stuff to show more. Yeah. Yeah, I'm very happy with Terrifier chapter. I think 11th anniversary I hope would be Predator. Because I'm really guessing it'll be Predator for 11th anniversary. Because that was 40th anniversary. Because I think it'll be a really good timing at Predator. Because probably my most wanted license I ever wanted is him. I hope we get a Naru as Survivor. People said we get Dutch as Survivor, but people mostly say like muscle characters if for a reason they cannot put Dutch in. But for Arnold Schwarzenegger, I think he'll be better. He better off be a T100 as a killer. He'd be better off be that because he'd be a good one. Well, as a killer in game, like Terminator would be a really good one. I think they'll do that as the best option. Just put him as Survivor. Yeah, but I think I hope we get T1000. T1000 200 would be really cool as a 2v8 mode. Because that'd be really best we have like that. Oh yeah, even we get Predator game, we get 2v8 mode also. We get Predator and Alien in 2v8 mode as Alien vs Predator 2v8 mode. I'll be hyped for that. I'd be really excited we get that. Yeah, but I think we'll get like AVP like cosmetics from the movie, so I'm first and second. Are you pretty hyped the chapter be on August for like next month?
I'm actually excited.
Yep.
I haven't played Dead by Daylight for a while, but I also have an unlock gold tool, but like I didn't get banned yet.
Oh yeah. Yeah, hello Brian. Yeah, Brian said sup.
Yeah,
Hello
I
Brian.
hear people are gonna get banned from Eclipse. They use Eclipse for unlock gold. It only used for people who have the license for this characters and skins.
Yep. Yeah, hello Brian. Let's type in hello. Yep. Yeah, much more to come. Yeah, I think they put like more licenses that they put in. They
We're
put Final
back.
Fantasy.
I'm still here, you know, but I have
Yeah,
some new faces.
I think more people said they will put Sephiroth as a killer in Dead by Daylight. I think he fits well because he pretty mostly kills people in Final Fantasy in a video game. I believe he does pretty much fit.
This is with me. Today I'm joined by Jay, our associate art director. Thank you for joining us again. You're a familiar face on this stream. I'm also joined by Stephanie, our senior lighting artist, and by Maryse, our senior 3D artist. We're going to have a lot of very beautiful visuals to show you today, but we're going to start with something very exciting with you, Jay. Do you want to tell us a bit more?
Thank you for having me. So today I wanted to give a glimpse at our Course of Sin collection. So we can we've talked a lot about the killer itself, the gameplay around it, but
I'll show you guys much more of
about
it.
the actual cosmetic that comes with it. So I brought a little surprise to be able to show to the community, which is essentially our new banner for.
It's peak.
Yo, that looks cool.
Yeah, it looks sick.
For our cosmetic that will be arriving shortly.
So beautiful.
Players probably already remember.
Like
these
it looks so good, dude. That's my favorite color, dude. That looks sick, dude.
On cosmetic, so both very rare costume that we
like
will have.
that fire right
Super
there on
happy
Judgment
by
looks
how
so
the
sick,
banner
dude.
Turned out essentially.
You
And
know
it didn't
Aurora.
come just with the banner. I also would like to show some progress on the character themselves. So we have a look here at our 3D model.
Yeah, that's the cosmic we just did.
For Aurora. So again,
I
keep
can't
in
wait
mind it's
for
the same information we gave when we released the
yeah.
Actually, can't wait for
that these characters are still
the Course of Sin chapter. Yeah, I'm excited.
No,
PTB. Oh yeah, yeah.
That showcase the
Me
character.
too.
I'm very fucking excited for
because we
PTB.
worked
I love
quite hard
PTB so
to
much.
have the right
I haven't played
material, have
PTB
the
for a
right
while.
silhouette,
Holy shit.
have the right look of the
Yeah, I
character,
think all on
follow
PTB I played
all
was
these
Jason
elements,
Voorhees
and
since they
afterward,
came out.
we will rig that character to Aurora's actual skeleton, and we'll be able to bring her to life and give her facial expression and everything. So here we're giving a glimpse on the progression of how our model is advancing. We can see the concept on the left that was initially voted and how it will look essentially in the game.
So beautiful. But yeah, you got to polish all those little details before you bring her to life. That makes a lot of sense.
Yes, and by looking at them in a very neutral environment like this, it allows us to focus really on the details and how they come up and how they react to lighting and all these elements. I didn't bring only Aurora today. I also have another surprise to show, which is our Judgment model. So this one was really something. It has a lot of detail.
It looks similar to a prototype from Pop Playtime, though.
Well.
The legs.
We had a lot of technical challenges to overcome with that one to be able to fit into the budget and all these elements and make sure that it works in the game. So I'm very, very proud of how this one has turned out, and I really hope that the community will enjoy it and have fun with it.
Because that's a very ambitious design. There's so many things you need to take into consideration when you build a visual like this one, and it's absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait to be chased by the Judgment in the fog.
When we knew that one was the winner, we really were, oh, damn, okay, they choose the complex one, right? So we will have to think about how we make all these little ornamentals detail and how we make them work for the game. So it was a super fun challenge.
And I think with the Grimoire 2, a lot of the things we had to do was problem solving, right? Because we get these votes and then we have to kind of go backward and like, how do we make this work? How can we bring this to life in the fog? How do we make sure that this is going to be, the best it can be, so we can really meet the expectations of the players who voted for these designs? So there's a lot of work that goes into that.
Exactly. All right, so that covers our section about our cosmetic look. So we really wanted to pass a little moment to show that to the community. Now we will.
Oh yeah, Hopeless Exile. Best show us that.
So last time that I was here, I've showcased that concept at the previous time. And I explained
it looks sick.
our direction around it of where we wanted to go. This idea that
the statue looks sick, even like the realm itself is sick.
The survivor will face the divine sort of aspects, so the paradise-looking environment, but will also face the cosmic horror that we want to give to that space, so have that reaction.
It's like when we did a play a Halloween event. We just did that.
Really, really pretty. So when we designed that first concept, it was really to drive the overall global mood of that space and really give the direction of where we wanted to go for that. Today, what I wanted to go is to go a little bit more in depth into how we actually made these concepts into our actual environment element, because when we do environment, we usually start with a big concept like this that showcases the mood of the whole scenes, and then afterward we go into the details of the elements that we have.
There's more concept. Exiled Souls, Searcher's Pendant. Oh wait, that's similar Egyptian thing. That's similar like that. Hold on, guys. It's not bad. Let me go back to here. Yeah, it's similar to an Egyptian statue, like gold statuary. It's like similar like that. And glossy glass jewel for the blue eye. Yeah, that's pretty much they did that. In more like concept, they did more of that. That's pretty good.
The survivor finds in Hopeless Exile the first time he gets there that he picks up, and he uses that artifact to essentially absorb all.
I heard they're adding stuff like Discord coming for Roblox Plus.
Roblox Plus for Discord?
Yeah. No. Roblox is adding stuff that are like Discord.
Oh, like Discord, okay.
Yeah, like they are adding decors, they're adding themes, they're adding backgrounds for their profile. Like, yeah, they're copying Discord a bit.
Stephanie was our lighter artist that made all the Hopeless.
I don't know why.
And there's a lot of work there to do because it's just a completely new environment, right? That players are going to get to be immersed in. So there's a lot of work that goes into that.
Exactly, and we can take a look essentially at how we've managed to build it. So,
wow.
We can
concept.
jump on how
The clouds right there looks so a good stick image.
The first thing we wanted to say today was when we as artists get the concepts. So once the job of the concept and everything, they wanted to know exactly how to do. Our first thing is to define how we're going to make everything. So because there's always new ideas that comes in and new things to explore, and like in this case we had different challenge. As you said, it was a new environment, so everything was made from scratch. So when we received this, how can we make it an actual game?
Upgrade my account ever since I have
the way we approached this
been
one,
grinding this
we were a
account
bit
for
limited
years.
Oh,
because we
it's more
didn't have any
gameplay of
trees,
it.
we didn't have anything to, variate the environment. So we wanted
Yeah.
to make something that would be make sure
Have
we
you
didn't
played
have
Tung Tung
too
Tung
much
Sahur
repetition. So we
Runner?
walk with something that
I
is
try a game. I don't ever
modular
like to
kit
be
is
a
what
game.
we call. So it's like
I
Lego
like that
block
game. That
that
game's
could
tickle.
imbrick with each other to make sure that every little part of the exile would be its own little special thing.
Yeah. So it feels like it doesn't feel like you're going into a copy of a copy. It feels like
also
an
like the
environment
top
that's
when you want
natural
to set
that you can
AI.
really explore.
So that's the approach we had for this one, and we wanted to make sure that
Isn't
everything would work. So
Tung
we
Tung
started with
Sahur
the
not
little
Braver
block you
anymore
see
because
called
we
blockers.
popped the AI
So
bubble?
it's like a basic shape of what everything will look like, so we can have an idea of how much we're gonna use,
Yeah, probably
how can we place them, and how everything looks, so we can know if the walls are high enough, if everything works correctly, and we can play test rapidly. So that's what we use, and then the artist would use those blockings to create the assets from them.
And that's where essentially we define the proportion of the space, right? That
exactly.
we decide the landmarks, how big it's going to be, how the corridors or large are going to be. We knew for Hopeless Exile, for example, that the statue would be central and these sort of things.
Exactly.
They're defined on the blocking path.
Yep. And after that, once my job is done in the level art, what we call is done, then it's Stephanie's side who's gonna light it all up.
Yeah, so mostly in our video games, the lighting is mostly darkness. So in this particular tile, the challenge was it's bright daylight with bright skies and bright god rays. So I had to do a custom skybox with the big clouds that you voted for. And after that, I mostly had to put some light blockers that I managed to do like custom clouds shapes that's moving that helps guide the visual light for the statue. And also I added a little bit of volumetrics to help for the big god rays that you will see that when you look up in the sky. So that's pretty much it for the lighting.
I remember, because we're not used to do so many bright lighting in our map. I remember having so many back and forth with you into a bit brighter, a bit darker, and going back and forth to really find the good level for all of these things. It was quite a challenge.
It's true that I hadn't realized how new it is for us to have an environment like this one that's so bright and it's bright, but it's still oppressive. You can't feel safe there because you don't want people to stay there too long. It's a hopeless exile. Hopeless is in the title.
Yes.
So you want to make sure that it's divine in a sense, but still very very scary.
Yeah,
exactly.
That duality was really part of the building of it, right? It's really by first impression you feel like you are in super paradise sort of place, but then you start looking around and like, no, it looks like there's a bunch of things weird around here and stuck in walls and all these sort of elements.
That's where I had the pleasure to hide so many little things around the map, so for you guys to find. There's so many tormented souls and things like that we're going to see soon. Stay tuned. But so Stephanie was to make everything like so godly and all of that, and I was the one making it oppressing and hiding little things here and there.
Eerie and creepy and strange and wrong.
Yes.
You made it right. You made it wrong.
Right.
Exactly.
That's what I was going to say. Like she puts creepy things and I put lights on it.
Exactly. So if you want to see what we did, then
yes, lot to explore in there.
Yes.
Ooh!
And we have a little video of
Cass,
the
look.
Hopeless Exile. Disclaimer. I think we have to have one disclaimer here. It will not be this peaceful.
This is the only time you will see it peaceful like that.
Wow.
Yes. This is really to give you an idea of how it looks, how beautiful it is, how much work has gone into it, how how much craftsmanship there is really in building this space. But when you get to experience it in the PTB, it will not be this peaceful.
Yeah, this is the only time you're going to see it without running for your life.
Yeah, that's it.
Exactly, yes.
I hope you will still enjoy the sky, even though you were running for your life.
But yeah, absolutely beautiful. And I think we have a question here, but I don't know if this is going to be something that you're able to answer. So I'm just going to ask it. We were asked how big is the hitbox on the killer's power / beam in the Hopeless Exile?
That's really a Jeff question.
That's
I
a Jeff
couldn't
question.
answer. I think I'm going by memory. I think the beam is similar to the one that we throw in the map, but to be verified. Jeff is the right person to ask that question.
Beautiful. So you know what? Maybe we can get that answer from Jeff and get back to it afterward. But yeah, this is beautiful. Incredible work on this. I'm so excited for players to explore the Hopeless Exile as the Judgment or as Aurora. As a Judgment, no. Explore the Hopeless Exile as Aurora and play the new killer on one of our regular maps. A lot of things to explore, a lot of things to see. It's going to be very exciting, and it's very clear a lot of work went into this. So thank you for joining us today. And I know, Jay, you had been here before, but this was your first time on our stream.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us. I know this is not an easy feat. There's a lot of work that goes into planning these, a lot of work that you're doing on the chapter in general too. But it was so nice to get a glimpse at the Hopeless Exile. So thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having us.
So excited for players to get their hands on it, and we're going to talk about UI and UX next. So stay here. We have a lot more to show you.
Some more. There's still more though.
We're done.
My name is Ryanami. My name is Ryanami. Hey, my name is Ryanami. My name is Ryanami.
Yeah, I think after that, guys, I think we're done with that. We're gonna go on this TLC here on this TLC showcase. So that'll update for this dinosaur here, guys. For Path of Titans. Yeah. Oh, Dead by Daylight also has Facebook. Interesting. So I think we'll stick right here, guys, to watch this. There's still more stuff to go to. Yeah, I think throughout the end it will be finished. So we have more stuff we have left, guys. So I think we're doing Anonymous and like a Terrifier lawsuit, and that'll just be it, guys. I think those two. There's only these two will be it, guys. That's all we have. I think anytime soon we'll play Postal game, guys. We'll play Postal. Yeah, but I hope you guys have feelings about it, like updates and more changes for Dead by Daylight. But I'm pretty mostly hyped, and I like it doing much more features in the game, like get some more stuff gooder of it. Like I'm pretty much like just doing this idea. You may enjoy it.
And we're back. Hello, everyone. Still me, still Omnia, still here. Before we continue with UI and UX, I'm going to answer one of the most asked questions. What is this? This is our clicker. This is how we move things on the screen for you, in case you're wondering.
It says Gus. That's why you two have a friend named Gus Moose.
But more
It looks like a
importantly,
Fape.
let's go into UI and UX. Today I have two
It looks
new
like a
faces.
Fape.
Well, new. I think some of them you've seen before, but two
Actually,
new
it looks
faces
like a
with me
fucking Fape for
that we haven't seen on the
second.
Grimoire stream so far. I'm going to be joined by Alexandra, our UI art team lead, and Jean, our senior UX designer.
Oh, Alex.
To tell us a bit
Alexander.
more about the role of UI and UX in creating a new chapter. And there's a lot of work that goes into that.
Definitely is, yeah. Well, thanks for the introduction. Yeah, as you said, I'm Alex. I'm the UI art team lead. And you know,
I'm Gene. I'm senior UX designer. I've focused a lot on killers.
Yeah. So to talk a bit about the role that we play in making a chapter, UI art usually comes in later in production. We collaborate with a lot of different departments, but we want to make sure that all of the aspects of the killer and survivor have kind of been decided ahead of time before we get in, so we have all the information we need to then create the UI art and assets that need to be made. To do that, we work really closely with UX.
Yeah, and counter to UI, UX tries to come in as early as possible. There's a lot of things that we need to figure out, and UI and UX often get lumped together, which is really true for web and app development. But when it comes to games, there's a lot more to surface to feedback to the user or the player, more than just menus and the HUD layer. We go beyond the 2D stuff. So, as an example, you can see here that this is an example flowchart of what we work with. So I would have worked with Jeff on this.
Oh,
and we
shrine,
broke
killer,
the gameplay down.
game flow sections, killer gameplay flow. So killer zealous, survivors and realms, survivors and exiles, searchers, penment, exile location, and shrine is a killer.
Down into three
Okay.
different sections is kind of the way that I envisioned it.
Pretty
so as we know, the judgment
Oh,
has the
gameplay
default phase and then
entities,
their zealous phase,
entries.
which was empowered. What we used at the
No,
time,
end
and
tiles.
exile was not so much for the killer themselves, but it was a new space for the survivors. And so even on the left, I have like gameplay entities, not to be confused with the entity, but the different
Well, it says
things
kill
that would need to be
empowered.
feedbacked in different ways throughout the
Empowered
course of gameplay. So if we zoom in on just the power here, this is the main ability.
Okay, charging ray and begin charge instant VFX begin charge instant SFX begin charge instant charging ray killer ANIM charging loop VFX progressive charge VFX progressive ground vehicle SFX progressive charge fully charged ray killer ANIM charge loop VFX charge loop VFX charge ground decoy yeah decoy SFX charge loop fire ray killer ANIM fire ray VFX fire ray SFX fire ray. Okay. Ray pillar beam projectile and M control ray VFX pillar SFX pillar and VFX pillar start and SFX pillar start and VFX pillar end SFX pillar end. It was a question mark there. Two of these are question marks. VFX pillar in Vero collusion SFX pillar in Vero collusion VFX pillar direction in Duterator VFX pillar path in Duterator add sin killer's feedback VFX hit success SFX hit success. Okay.
Of divine light at the
That's all
time
words
we're
I'll
playing
say, guys.
the raid, and you can see that I've really separated it into the different steps. So Jeff and I thought about what animation needs we have, VFX, sound effects, and this is really helpful for the art teams, the animators, and the art directors to figure out what is going to be needed, and then eventually we figure out what that looks like, and then we bring it to UI because it'll help us determine what those UI buttons or what those different states are. So here's just some wireframes of what that looked like, the different states of how that power widget would look. Some things are ready, some things are on cooldown, that kind of thing. But yeah, then it goes through.
Yeah,
wireframes.
You do a lot more than just the wireframes.
Yes,
in
yes.
your role. We get grouped together a lot, but there's a lot more in what UX does in creating the killer. But thank you for the wireframes because we do use those when we create ours. So after we have the wireframes and kind of an understanding of the gameplay of like what icons are needed for the killer power, then we can get to work making the icons.
Oh yeah,
So
those states like killer power icons of it.
to make killer power icons, we'll do some research on what's been made so far. We'll look at the animations. We'll look at
UI
the
art.
VFX that's been created. Find out more about the theme of the character. Definitely sync with art direction. To start making the power icons.
I hope I did show us some more. I'm just saying if they do that.
And I kind of want to break down
I'll be really happy if they do
how
that.
the Judgment's power icons work a little bit. Over the course of, I don't know, last few years, there's been a mandate to create more power icons for a killer's kit. In the past, it used to be 1 or 2 icons would represent the power overall, but now the mandate is to represent more states of the different icons. So with the Judgment's power icons, on the left you can see that for Divine Ray, or the Divine Light Ray Retribution, there's the charging state, and then there's the release state. Once they've entered its zealous state, or the empowered state, that initial power, our ability gets more power. So in order to, what we like to do is use that same composition, but show that it is more powerful with more flair in the icon. If there's a VFX happening on the character at the time, then we try and work that into the icon. So that's what we've done here with the power icons.
Yeah, exactly. It really increases the legibility of just like everything that's on screen.
Yeah. We also work closely with you on the next thing we're going to talk about, which is the killer affliction.
Yeah, so this is, as you all know, there's what was called Sin and is now called Heresy. And when we're thinking about survivor afflictions, we have to think about how they're going to appear on screen. So, you know, what does that look like? Is it VFX around the survivor's head, on their body? Is it a trailing thing? And what do we want to do on the UI side? And fortunately, for this killer, it was a lot simpler than we've seen in the past. But you can see here, just there's 4 different states to really consider. There's the default state of nothing behind white. And then, of course, heresy is something that is gained right away. You know, sometimes it's something that is gained over time or is gained through interactions or just like incremental like points, you could say. But no, here it just turns on. And then when you go to repent for your sins, rather, then we start the decaying of it. And even here, the direction of the clockwise wipe is very important. We all know how clocks work. But there was a point early in the prototype where the wipe was happening in the opposite direction. And so a lot of players were feeling like it was leading up to some other negative effect that they were going to gain. So it was really important that we fixed the direction so they knew that it was going to be lost. And then, of course, there's a new, in the wireframe, exile icon. It was just, if we think about killer affliction, there's also like the survivor state. And so this is, of course, something more like being on a hook or being trapped in a bear trap. So it would replace the survivor portrait. But yeah, these wireframes, as beautiful as they are.
Yeah, we take the wireframes and then figure out how to make it pretty. So yeah, this is a capture from in the game. As you mentioned earlier, this particular
that's a statue they were praying for
much
that.
simpler than they usually end up being. They usually get pretty complex, but as you mentioned, when we start the UI art, sometimes everything else has been created already, and we can look at the VFXs in the game, the animation, and directly pull from that. For Heresy or for Sin, there was the halo created on the survivor to indicate that they're suffering from heresy or it's from sin. So it was decided, let's just use that for the UI art version. So on the killer portrait, we were able to, this is work from Gio and Auntie and Adrian kind of combination here, making material shaders based off of that VFX. It just worked out perfectly this time.
Yeah. It really did. But yeah, talking about this affliction, you know, there's, like I mentioned, there's survivor afflictions, there's survivor states, but there's also, of course, very often with those come the status effects, which we all know. But it was a challenge trying to figure out where that information lived on screen. But before we do that, let's just quickly look at the the state rather.
Yes, we'll quickly show.
UI
Yeah, so
exile
when the
icon.
killer,
Ooh.
when the killer sends a survivor to exile, this is the state change that you see. So instead
That's
of a
it.
portrait, you're going to see little survivor flying off,
Yeah.
being
Yep.
carried away to the exile. This is a great way to indicate that, hey, your buddy needs a rescue. They're trapped in exile.
Yeah.
Go pray.
Yeah, and while in exile, it was. I need to apologize first of all from the blog post. I scared you all with some numbers. I am so sorry. It was very often in UX. It's very helpful to work with large numbers to see how that's going to look on screen. Of course, none of these numbers appear on screen, but there was a point where they might have. Yeah, no, these were very placeholder. I'm, again, sorry, but I'm glad I kept you on your toes. And if we just go to the next slide, we try to figure out how these lived on screen. And you can see this is kind of a bit of a mashup of different ideas I was playing with at the time. You know, there was the example of the icons above the interaction bar while you're using the searcher's pendant, and of course the status effects on the right. But there was a time.
Hold on, guys. Let's continue. Whew.
And I didn't really go past this with the team, but there was a time where I was wondering,
exile.
do we try to show something in the what we call the external widget, often where you're affected already by a perk or an add-on? And I thought, could we have you affected by a location here? And in the end, I decided not to do that. It's just, let's keep it super to perks and add-ons. That's going to be a lot more clear. Plus, you know, in this wireframe, we wouldn't use the diamond shape anyway, because that is what identifies perks.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, eventually we came to what we have, what you'll see in game, which is the status effects on the right, and you'll see you're building them up. So yeah.
Yeah, and this is a good demonstration of all the experimenting that you do ahead of presenting it to the UI team to take over. But we do some brainstorming a little bit in between.
Never present one idea. You've got to present multiple.
Yeah. But speaking about perks, here's a look at the perk icons for the Judgment for Aurora.
Wow, Judgment perks. Okay, UI art. So we saw that those two on there. Wow, that's sick. Well, the icons look so sick though. Yo, Cash, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there.
Yeah. Look at the perks.
Oh, look. Oh, that's cool.
Doing the perk icons is one of the UI art team's favorite
And
things
that'll
to
be
do,
a boom right
because
there.
it's great to get in and do some illustration here. So these were done by Auntie and Mel on our team, and they turned out beautiful. A bit of a behind the scenes for making the perk icons. One thing that we really like doing, a new process that we do, is having a brainstorming session with everyone involved in creating the perks when it's time to make the icons. So we'll get in a meeting with the UI artist, yourself, the perk designer, narrative, and art direction, of course, and just sit down and figure out what should these be. We do have some things we keep in mind. So there are a few different types of perks where we'll try and keep the same motifs going. So if you see Aurora's Boon's Steadfast perk is using a similar motif that we use on our Boon perk icons with the circular diagram sort of style. And then with the Judgment Hex, can't remember the name of it. Under your thumb, yeah, hex under your thumb. When there's a totem involved, we try to put skulls in there. Try to get some skulls in there. But beyond that, the perk icons, we try to focus more on, it's like creating more art for the character. So the themes of the character, the art direction of the character, and try to get those into the icons. And if there's gameplay that can help inform them too, then we do that. With Aurora's, you see the star motifs and kind of the protection, because that's thematic that's part of her theme. For Judgment, the Judgment is very symmetrical, very strict, kind of like a Law and Order representation, and so we went with kind of the symmetrical, intimidating composition for the perk icons for them, for it. For it.
But yeah, these turned out really great, and we just wanted to share one last thing. One of the early things that we saw in prototyping and the feedback we got from playtest was that when you were in exile, players didn't know that there was like a second hook stage, right? Because it was essentially putting you on hook. And so we figured out, of course we need to support this somehow in the VFX and whatnot, but we decided that we should probably split the hook timer because progress bars don't necessarily like have a checkpoint in the middle unless it's very clearly indicated. So now you will have clear indication of your stage 1 and stage 2 hook timers, and this is going to be in the game for not just in Exile, but also when you're on the hook in normal game modes, and also when you're in a Cage of Atonement against the Executioner, or Cage of Torment, sorry, and Cage of Corruption when you're playing in game mode 2v8.
Yeah.
So
not just for the Judgment. This is now a change that's going to be for the hook timer. Yeah.
It's going to help a lot of new players because I've definitely seen the confusion of, oh, what just happened? So
Yeah.
This is honestly really great to see, like the work that goes on behind the scenes to build, kind of the language that we use to talk to players in the game, because it's like it's really helping them navigate something that, sometimes they have to make a split-second decision. We need to communicate something in that split second, and this is where you both of you come in very different ways. But I think we don't get to show that as much when working on other chapters. And I think the Grimoire is a great time for us to show this, because players have been here with us this whole time. They've been part of their journey, and they've they have in some way contributed to the choices that we've made for for icons, for perks, for things like that, because they voted on things that ended up making their way into the perk icons or into like the effects, things like that. So it's really good to see that their votes are still their decisions are still being carried over in UI and UX decisions. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was really fun having their decisions come in, and then how do we adapt all of that stuff for the character choice, the color palette, and all that. So,
yeah, absolutely. And when it comes to like perk and powers, we love showcasing what the character looks like and the themes of them. So those the themes that were voted on by the community, they show up in the final icons too.
That's great. It's so beautiful to see, and I love that we got to see a bit the process behind it as well of building that, because there is a lot of testing and iteration and brainstorming that goes into UI and UX elements too, because you have to make sure that it's clear for players when they're in the game and that they can navigate it, and that we're really helping them, either as survivor or as skiller, understand how to play pretty much. So yeah, but thank you both for being here today.
For having us.
For talking about UI, UX, how both contribute to the player experience, how different they are, because that's really important, I think, but also how they're equally important in helping players, navigate the game. So thank you for being here with us, and we're going to move to VFX and animation right after, so stay with us. And thank you again for joining us, Alex and Jean.
Bye.
Bye.
Yep. Still more to come. Yep, we almost have minutes left now. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's almost done. Yeah, also, are you excited for Avengers Doomsday movie coming out?
Oh yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited of Doom. I can't believe Doom is Tony Stark. I can't believe that Tony Stark is Doom.
Yeah, like that's why down in Junior Voice says like as him, yeah.
So wait. I wonder, this is canon, but what if at the end Spider-Man destroyed Doom, and then he said, Spider-Man said, "Who are you?" And then it was Tony Stark. In Spider-Man's shocks.
Yeah, or could pretty much. Like I would say, it would like be
happens,
oh my, you go.
if that happens, I'll probably just poop myself. You know.
Yeah, that'd be really crazy.
Speaking of that, I'm gonna put some cover enemies. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't want you to get cover red again.
Yep. Yeah, I wonder if we'll do a Switch 2 like update like on that. Like they haven't done Switch 2 just yet. Cause they mostly did like on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. I know why. Mostly anytime soon they're doing Nintendo Switch 2 anytime soon for like for its gameplay and all. I think it will take a while if they do Nintendo Switch 2 because they had the newest like console. It will take them a while to do that. Okay, they're back.
We're back. I'm still here. You're stuck with me. Sorry. Not so sorry, because I'm having a lot of fun talking about the Grimoire. And now we're going to talk about VFX and animation. I'm joined by some new faces and also some you've seen before. And then we're going to move on to talk about audio, which I know you're also very excited about. But first, I'm joined by Etienne, our animation team lead, who's right here with me. You have Fred, our audio director, we're going to move on to right after, who you already know. We've had him on the stream before to talk about audio, which was very fun. And I'm also joined remotely by someone you've already seen before, Anna. Hello, Anna, our VFX artist. I know. Hello. So happy to have you back. Last time when you came to talk about VFX, people were very excited to see the process. So I'm hoping, today we get to see a bit of the progress and everything we've worked on. So yeah, let's jump directly to VFX with Anna. Yes.
We have been shaping up nicely. We have about 6 people total working on this chapter right now, and we've had a lot to make. I think we had about 80 VFX tasks for this chapter, but please keep in mind that things are still being worked on and are in progress, so they will change. So just keep that in mind. But we can go to the first VFX slide. So this is an effect that I've shown previously. I think it's called Hearsay now. It's previously known as Sin. So we made some changes for this to not be as distracting, as playtest feedback said that it was too distracting as the survivor, so we reduced the scale of this and the overall emissive, and hopefully it will not be too distracting. Please, as Daniel mentioned before, play the PTB and give us our feedback for this one, because I would love to make sure that this isn't as distracting for everyone. You will be able to repent your hearsay at shrines. So if we can go to the next slide, this is how you repent your hearsay and save survivors from the exile. So this is split into 2 different things. We have the stuff at the top, which is the indication of someone is in the exile and you need to save them. And then we have the VFX on the bottom, which is also to indicate, I see the video playing, yeah. The VFX on the bottom for the repenting of the hearsay. So if you want to get rid of your hearsay, you stab your hand and you bleed a little and your sin will start to fade. And if you want to save a survivor, you do the same thing and someone will beam down from the exile. But something that we ran into when we were working on this effect, you might be able to see a little teaser of this later. The pose for this was initially different, and I had to flag this to the whole team because it was a little bit questionable. So we ended up doing a one-sided stab with the hands, but later on you'll get to see the original pose and why we probably changed it. So speaking of the exile, we can go to the next slide.
Oh, Master Exile.
This
wow!
Is...
Yo, Cass, look.
Yeah, I saw. It looks cool.
The Banish to Exile portal. Yep. So when a killer has hit a survivor with the hearsay, and they have hearsay, you can banish them to the exile. So this was a way to give a little sneak peek to the killer, because the killer can't go into the exile. So we really wanted to be able to create a really cool effect to showcase the exile for the killer. So one of our more senior artists cooked up this killer portal effect using a cube map.
Oh, you know what that reference from? Hold on, guys, for a sec. Look, this is similar dance when he teleports through a thing. Like in Infinity War.
Is that Thanos?
Yes.
Bro,
yes.
type in Thanos feet. I promise you. Thanos feet pics. I promise you. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yep.
Wait. What happens if I type in Thanos feet pics? Hold up.
Wait, feet pics?
Yeah, bro.
Thanos feet pics.
Feet pics. I think it's a little. I'm so sorry. No.
What is serve my soul
Send that picture to me.
souls or push mortal.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Dude, you looking at Devinar shit. You looking at Devinar shit. I cut you in 4K doing Devinar shit.
He's touching Thor's AI, bro.
Bro, why are you looking at Devinar? People are watching you in live stream. People watching you on live stream. People looking at you doing on Devinar.
You asked for that.
Really step into
But
the
okay.
portal.
Yeah, let's go back to the video, bro. That is so odd. It's so
weird. See on the around inside of it because it's using a cube map.
Bro, people saw that, you know that.
I really hope
people
that
I
people
know
will be
that
able to
literally.
appreciate that since they don't get
people
to go
cut
to
you
the
in 4K. Go on Devinar. I saw that big
and
pic,
if we
bro.
go to the next
What
slide,
does that supposed to mean?
Feet
lo and
pics are
behold,
cut
this
in
is the
4K of
exiles.
feet, and you take a picture of it.
So we've
and
seen
send
a
it.
few other
And
videos
then,
of this,
you did
but
something to the
this is with
360.
all the VFX. So the Exile has a ton of VFX, actually. We had to do, I hope I get the names right. We changed the names. The Seeds, what were they? Seeds of Punishment, which are those hazards coming down. Exiled Souls, which are those little crystals. We called them crystals previously, but they're the little things that you collect. And we had the Searcher's Pendant, which was the artifact previously.
Wait, hold on. I misread her.
Hooked up this killer portal effect using a cube map, so it actually looks like you can really step into the portal. Not in this video, I should have maybe got a better one, but if you look at it from the sides, you can actually like see on the around inside of it because it's using a cube map. So I really hope that the killer will be able to appreciate that since they don't get to go to the exile. And if we go to the next slide, lo and behold, this is the exile. So we've seen a few other videos of this, but this is with all the VFX. So the exile has a ton of VFX, actually. We had to do, I hope I get the names right. We changed the names. The Seeds, what were they? Seeds of Punishment, which are those hazards coming down. Exiled Souls, which are those little we called them crystals previously, but they're the little things that you collect. And we had the Searcher's Pendant, which was the artifact previously. So a lot of these VFX, we had to iterate on them quite a bit. One of the main things we did was change a lot of the artifact and crystal / exiled souls VFX to be blue because we found it too hard to really see what was going on in here because there was so much gold and yellow. It looked really nice, but like from a gameplay perspective, it was too hard to differentiate
so we picked
what we were supposed to be doing in here. So we're hoping that this will be easier for the players to read and understand when they get into the exile, that they can collect those exiled souls and hopefully get out quicker. And we can go to the next slide, please.
Oh, yeah.
So I think we already saw some videos and other people's videos when it was their turn. And again, subject to change, especially for the pillar. I've already done some changes since I recorded these a couple days ago.
It'd be similar to like I would say to
so this is what the
Tened's like
is. This
his
went
chains
through
thing. Like you gotta do
some iterations,
chains.
and it was also a lot of work because it has a lot of different states. It has a controlling state, it has multiple states when it's being flung, it has a teardown state, it has a timeout state. So it was a lot of work, and it was a huge collaboration between VFX, programming, and design and art direction to ensure we could get, you know, the visual aspect to look good, to make sure that it functions as it should in gameplay, to make sure it's visible when it should be, visible when it shouldn't be. So as I mentioned, we're still kind of tweaking these to polish it a bit more, but it's coming along, and yeah, you don't want to get hit by this. We can go to the next slide, please. And this is the empowered pillar, which I believe is called Zealous now. So this is very similar to the base gameplay. It's just blue. It's a little bit more than just blue, but visually, my job was to make it blue, and the VFX are slightly larger on some aspects, and yeah, we just needed to really indicate that you are in your Zealous mode and you are more powerful, right? So the main thing was to communicate that this was different than the base gameplay pillar. But yeah, that is pretty much all the videos I had for VFX right now, but there's still lots of VFX that I didn't show, and you will be able to see those in the PTB. And I do want to say a huge thank you to my team. As I said, there's about 6 people working on this chapter right now, and obviously the people that aren't working directly on this chapter have given me feedback, and I want to say a huge thank you to my team, and a big shout out to the rendering and tech art team as well. So that's all I have for VFX.
I think, yeah, like you mentioned, you know, like we bring a lot of people on these streams to talk about the work that happens behind the scenes, but most of the time it's not just, you know, one person working on this. So many people are bringing this chapter to life, and it's just really the teamwork that goes into it is really, really good to see. And and I know last time when you came, people were so excited to see, you know, the work that goes into VFX. So thank you for joining us again to show us a bit of the progress. I'm excited that they're still going to get some surprises for the VFX when they, you know, actually test it and try it for themselves. But it was so nice to get to see a bit of the progress we've made, because it's incredibly, incredibly cool to see.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me too.
Thank you. It's so nice to have you again. And we're going to move on to animation now with Etienne that we have here for the first time, because, you know, animation is really important to bring characters to life. And this is again not a small feat to bring, you know, the Judgment to life. We're talking about a divine killer here, which is quite ambitious. So maybe you want to talk to us a bit more about, you know, one, maybe what animation is really, and what was the process of, you know, working on this chapter.
So animation basically is it's actually 2 departments. You have the animators that are doing the movement, bringing the personality, bringing the gameplay animation, but there's also the lesser known tech animators that are the ones behind the scene doing the skeleton, doing the controls that allows us to be able to move it. And they're also the ones that do more the technical aspects in game. Like this killer is so huge that she's a bit outside of the collider sometimes, so we want to make sure that she's not colliding into walls, clipping into objects. So the tech animators are the one, doing the black magic behind the in the engine to make it so the legs don't clip in walls. They will push back. The wings are pushing back in.
A lot of magic involved in bringing a killer like the Judgment to life, for sure.
Exactly. So the animation is for this chapter is a team of 13 people, and we've been working hard to bring this entity, this creature that tries to be a god to life, and I think we can show the idol animation.
Oh my! Yo, Cash, do you really just saw? Yo, Cash. Wait, Cash, are you still there? Oh, you're still there, Cash. Cash! Yo, is your mic working? I know mic just worked earlier. Okay, then.
The menu.
It looks really sick, though, guys.
As you can see, there's a lot of movement on this. we've created those faces and the legs that are souls that are trapped inside.
And this is also impressive because this is the first time that players really get to see it.
Yeah, it looks very, very much sick, guys. It's very sick here.
We haven't shown it just yet, so this is new. This is new for them. You heard it here first. You saw it here first.
So here's the judgment, and there's also a tech art that created all the moving eyes on the killer, but also on the weapon. So a lot of tiny movement everywhere. And then a killer needs a survivor, so of course we created Aurora as well. We can go
go to our animation right now.
So this is Aurora. We wanted to make sure that she's a tough character, that she survived the judgment before, and she knows.
She knows how to deal with the situation.
This
exactly.
might be
new to her, but she's prepared. She's equipped. She's gonna be in there in the trials, supporting the other survivors, and hopefully escaping.
Yeah, hopefully. And then I wanted to bring a kind of funny story that Anna teased a bit earlier, that sometimes when we start animation, we don't necessarily have all the assets right away, and they come in later because everyone works in parallel. And so for the shrine animation, we started with just a concept art to know what we were supposed to do, and we were planning to adjust the pose afterwards. So the idea behind the praying at the shrine to bring the characters back from the exile was to stab your hands, and the concept was using both hands on the shrine, a bit like this. This is our first placeholder animation, and it works well in a vacuum.
This is important for what comes next.
Yes. And so afterwards, a bit later, you'll start to see the problem that occurred. We received a model for the shrine, and I didn't put the animation in there, but
probably best not to.
Exactly. But yeah, it started to be flagged as questionable. We tried to fix it many times, trying to sink the character lower, try to put the head backwards a bit more to fix the pose that was slightly questionable. But in the end, we decided that stabbing with only one hand on the side gave us also more time to stab the hand, so it feels more painful. And
yes, ouch! That looks like it hurts.
Oh yeah.
I have to say.
And yeah, it removed the questionable aspect from the old pose, and I think it works better as well.
I think one, very funny story, but two, I think this is also really interesting because again, and this is a theme that comes back, it really shows how much testing goes into this. You know, like we don't just test gameplay and balance and powers and perks. We have to test everything to make sure that it tells a cohesive story. And here, I think we really got something because ouch, that looks it's going to be painful to get your friends out of the hopeless exile.
It's a sacrifice.
It is.
Yep.
But yeah, beautiful. Wow. I think I love that our players get to see a bit of the work here too, because for animation, a lot of the time they get to see the final product. Yeah. They only get to see the polished version, these characters brought to life, and it's hard to sometimes break it down into what really goes into this, what work goes behind all of these beautiful, animations, and I love that we got to show them a bit more of the behind the scenes. So thank you, Etienne.
Thank you.
This was great. And now we're going to move on to music and voice lines. Or rather, I want to say audio with you, Fred. You were here last time during a very exciting time because it was during the vote that got us a lot of really passionate opinions. But today,
on the theme,
yes, on the theme. I remember there were a lot of we definitely had. There was definitely a winner, that's for sure. But we definitely had a lot of very vocal opinions, which we love to see. We love to see how much players loved the theme. But you're here to give us a bit more of an update on what's going on when it comes to audio.
Yeah, there's the voice that we barely mentioned. We mentioned the casting, but not here. Now we have the result.
Yes.
So I'm excited to share that with you. It's starting with the killer. It's a god. It's so the intention is to have that powerful voice, many layers, voices that give collaboration that it's powerful.
Yeah.
It's
you have to be scared. You have to be a little scared.
yeah, intimidated.
Yes.
So and there's also a great opportunity that was presented to us in the fact that it's a god. You can use that voice in a more global way. So that the voice coming from the
Yes.
sky, and so we try to explore that for some feedback. So, but here I have just a sneak peek of a few voice line, and it's
music
dry,
and
it's not
voice
in the
lines.
game. It's even more powerful in the game, but it sounds great, and this is a good collaboration between our
I think the
voice
judgment
designer
could
and
pretty much
narrative
have
team,
voice lines.
and so I'll let you listen to that. Oops.
Oh, let's go back, quick. Yes.
Is that playing? That it's a god.
Always.
You can use that voice in a more global way. So that the voice coming from the
Yes.
sky, and so we try to explore that for some feedback. So, but here I have just a sneak peek of a few voice line, and it's dry. It's not in the game. It's even more powerful in the game, but it sounds great. And this is a good collaboration between our voice designer and narrative team.
Voice line.
And so I'll let you listen to that. Oops.
Oh, let's go back, quick. Yes.
Yep.
Is that playing?
Can we hear it? Can we hear how scary this is?
As a menu, do it on ones.
Oh. Let me see.
Okay.
Oh, yes, we can.
Ooh.
You cannot escape from God. This is your purpose. You are assistant, and still you reject the truth. Open your eyes. There is nowhere to hide from the light.
I love the
Wow.
echo. You know, that you really get
Wow.
a sense that
The
this is
judgment of the voice line is very good. Very detailed, very good, well of that.
you're not just facing, the killer. You're facing something that's huge, that's all encompassing, that's powerful. It's just, I love that how much. I think here it's really clear how much work goes into making sure, the audio also fits with the narrative, because really here we get to feel how powerful the judgment is supposed to be, and you convey that perfectly through the voice and all the effect that goes into it. It's really good to see.
Imagine in game.
Yeah. Yes, can't wait.
Not you. The stars guide me. No stars. Only darkness. Open, you damn thing. Heroic. Novus flame burn you.
I've seen many wounded.
Lend a hand. Strength. I must show strength.
Ooh.
So, strong personality. Also, our oldest character, the oldest survivor. So, it's super interesting character. Super, and I feel that this voice is really perfect for the character. So I hope that people will enjoy this
Very
this
much.
direction. A narrative really brings some interesting character in game. So.
And I think it's also important to talk about how when we do casting, when we do when we try to find the right voice for our characters, it's also about, again, we're communicating something with that. We're saying something about Aurora's personality, really, and that's conveyed through her voice, and that's, we try to find the right one that really says, like, this is someone who's strong, who's been here before, who's seen things like that before, who's been fighting her own I want to say struggles. This is someone who's been through some things, and it comes through in her voice. So
and there's a relation with the killer that is super interesting as well, and there are some lines that you can they're sharing some lines, so it's there's a relation, so it's super interesting.
So some surprises is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes. to wait for the PTB.
Yes, for more, yeah.
Yes.
You have to play the PTB. The next subject, it's the last time I talked about the how powerful the beam, like the divine light, that's the final name, how powerful need to be. Also, I talk about the footstep, the Charybdis footstep, how it needs to be really well balanced to not be annoying or a gameplay breaker. But today I want to talk about the exile. We saw the exile early in the presentation, but we saw the exile, the example that is super calm and super kind of super.
Again, not what players are going to experience.
No, it's a lie. It's totally a lie. A lot of things happening in the exile. It's busy. So on the other side is also a challenge to keep everything comprehensive and really distinct. So we need to play with the difference of frequencies. We need to also set a lot of parameters to make it work. And there's also...
Hold on, guys. Sorry, my bad. Yeah.
That exile, that is another place that keep a relation with the map. So there's feedback that we can hear from the exile or not. So there's a lot of decision and to keep that exile not realistic, but you believe in that place, and you believe that it exists, and you don't break the relation between the two
it's
places.
Immersive. You feel like really immersed in it, and when you go through it, it doesn't break that illusion.
Yeah. So yeah.
General saying.
I want to present you a sneak peek of the exile with the Geo and how busy is it, and the sound designer did a great job, really, for the distinction and all the comprehensive elements. So
it might stay a sneak peek.
Ooh, audio.
Yeah. Do I need no?
Sneak
I think it was too strong, Fred. I think this was too strong. It could not be contained in a presentation. I think it was too strong for the presentation. You know what? Fitting for the judgment. Very fitting. So I guess we'll have to wait to hear those. Maybe we get to show players a little bit early. Maybe next week. You know what? We'll figure something out. You tease them now.
Yeah.
Now we get to post it very shortly and show them a little bit of that.
I hope the tease was really good.
Yes. Well, yes, it was really good. Now be prepared. A lot of fun stuff.
A lot of sounds, awesome sounds.
A lot of sounds, a lot of exciting
things. The seeds of judgment everywhere. It's amazing.
You have to imagine it, picture it in your mind, and we'll bring it to you. Maybe on socials. Let's do that. We'll try to give you a little bit of a sneak peek before it goes live in the PTB, and then in the game itself. But yeah, that's it. Any last words about the process, as a whole?
Like I said, in terms of gameplay, that killer is huge in terms of elements and to the relation between elements. Also, even just the shrine, it was something, and so it's super rich. So it was a fun killer to do, and an amazing opportunity for a lot of work, a lot of sounds to I mean, it's alive. This killer, the exile is alive, so it's amazing. So, yeah, I hope that it's. I hope that the player will really like it. It was a fun experience to share with the players as well. So.
I think it was a fun experience for all of us to get to work on this, get to see it come to life, get to see, like get all those votes in, and get to see what players really wanted to, see in the game, and then to get to kind of, again, problem solve, how do we bring that to life? How do we bring the judgment, a divine killer into the fog? How do you bring Aurora, a new character, into the fog? And it's been a very exciting year, and now I can't wait for players to get their hands on these new characters and to see the Hopeless Exile. So a lot of exciting things, which you will get to experience in the PTB early August, but you'll definitely get a little bit of a glimpse at the new content next week, and maybe an early look as well at the new.
Okay, I was like just checking, guys.
Chapter. So, stay tuned. Our socials, official channels, make sure you follow us. You'll find everything there. But before I go, again, and I think this comes from all of us, from the whole team, I want to extend a thank you to everyone who joined us on this journey. This has been now a journey of, more than a year of building this chapter from the very beginning, from the votes, from everything. And you've seen a lot of it through our blog post and our streams. And I hope you enjoyed being a part of it, because we sure did. This was a new thing we did, and we're so glad we did. So huge thank you, because there wouldn't be a Judgment or a Hopeless Exile in the Fog without you. This came from you. All we did was bringing it to life. So thank you again for joining us. And yeah, stay tuned for more. And I can't wait for you to see the new content in the PTB early August. So that's it. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we hope to see you in the fog.
Yep, that's all, guys. That's just that. If you guys have any comments down below, any questions here, or anything, of this Grimoire chapter coming up, I really like the voice lines, did a really good job, and I'm really hyped for this chapter. They're doing this together. It's just really good. So I'm just very hyped to see that, guys. I'm just very hyped for it mostly, guys. I'm very hyped to see the Grimoire chapter, because I'm just very excited to see Judgment and Aurora. Much more to come, guys. Much more to come. So I'm very hyped for that chapter. So we're about to go work on Remus TLC release. So it already came in the game, but it's had a TLC of it. So let's go.
Hey everyone, today we are pleased to bring you the latest Dino TLC, Aelia Remus. Aelia Remus is getting a total overhaul with a reworked model, more detailed textures, brand new animations, refreshed skins, and new abilities. This TLC turns it into the most agile of the Tyrannosaurs, and its specializations make it a useful part of the pack.
Wow.
The Aelia Remus can track prey after an encounter, hunting it down and cutting off its escape routes. On your first encounter, bite your prey to apply Hunter's Mark. This allows you to sense how far they are from you and increases damage to the now familiar target.
Ooh.
If your prey slips away, Trailing Growl will increase your group's trot and sprint speed, allowing them to cover ground quickly while you track down your escapee. Endurance Runner will increase your stamina recovery, letting you manage your stamina as you close the distance. And once you've caught up to your target, Kick with Hamstring, which takes away their ability to jump, making it more difficult to flee so you can move in for the kill. This set of abilities will make the Aelia Remus a great hunter and valuable packmate for tracking down prey and cutting off their retreats. Work with the other Tyrannosaurs like the Tyrannosaurus and Daspletosaurus, hunting as a pack and providing speed and recovery for your group mates. Equipping the Sense Tyrant pack will give other Tyrannosaurs an increased trot speed and status recovery rate, helping them quickly regain their strength and move between sources of food. prey is found, surprise attack will let you engage early with a speed and acceleration boost to catch them off guard.
That's amazing.
Tyrant's Howl will increase stamina recovery and trot speed for the pack, allowing you to conserve energy while stalking the land for prey.
Wow, that's really good TLC Ramus.
This will let Aeliaramus help its larger Tyrannosaur counterparts, pulling its weight and earning its share of the rewards.
Escape artist build.
After the battle is, of course,
Wait, why is there
vulnerable.
two people
Avoiding
watching?
Another fight before you're fully recovered is crucial to survival. Ravenous will give you a health recovery buff when
Like
eating another small player's corpse, helping you recover any health lost more quickly.
The YouTube live stream.
Oh, YouTube July, I think about stuff you missed. Let me show you like stuff real quick
If
after
you suddenly
this
find
one.
yourself surrounded while feeding, then it's time to find an exit and make a break for it. Escape Call will increase the speed of you and anyone in your group, but at the cost of increased incoming damage.
Ooh. It looks pretty good.
Use Leap to increase jump height while reducing its stamina costs, and this will also reduce fall damage, helping you take steeper shortcuts. Airhead will give you more control over your jumps and falls, letting you juke your pursuers and create distance as you make your escape.
Wow.
While you might not always be ready for the fight, you'll have the tools to make it out with your life. We look forward to seeing how players will use the Aeliaramus and its new abilities, tracking hidden prey and helping the pack move between kills while making quick escapes when the odds aren't in their favor. We hope you enjoy this new TLC and we'll be listening for your feedback. See you soon.
Okay. This is amazing. Hold on. Yeah, I know chat has already like been done. Hold on. Let me go right here. Yeah, the best exile that. Yeah, that base pillar and then that embrace pillar cache, and it had like yeah, this animation in the lobby. Look. Oh, yeah, are you still there, Cash?
Yes, I am still there.
Wow.
Okay.
As you can see, there's a lot
look
of
at
movement
this right
on
here.
this. We've created those faces and the legs that are souls that are trapped inside.
And this is also impressive because this is the first time that players really get to see it. We haven't shown it just yet, so this is new. This is new for them. You
It
heard
also
it
have
here
voice
first.
lines
You saw it
also.
here first.
I'll get to that.
So here's the judgment, and there's also Techart that created all the that
Survivor?
she survived the judgment before, and she knows.
She knows how to deal with the situation. This might be new to her, but you know she's prepared. She's equipped. She's gonna be in there in the trials, supporting the other survivors, and hopefully escaping.
Yeah, hopefully. And then I wanted to bring a kind of funny story that
Let me voice lines.
More powerful in the game, but it sounds great. And this is a good collaboration between our voice designer and narrative team. And so I'll let you listen to that. Oops.
Oh, let's go back, quick. Yes.
Is that playing?
Can we hear it? Can we hear how scary this is? Oh. Let me see. Oh, yes, we can.
The heretic repents. Yet still you sin. You cannot escape from God. This is your purpose. You are assistant, and still you reject the truth. Open your eyes. There is nowhere to hide from the light.
I love the echo. You know, that you really get a sense that this is not just, you're not just facing, you know, the killer you're facing is something that's huge. That's all encompassing. That's
human.
powerful. It's just, I love that how much, I think here it's really clear how much work goes into making sure, you know, the audio also fits with the narrative. Because really here we get to feel how powerful the judgment is supposed to be. And you convey that perfectly through the voice and all the effect that goes into it. It's really good to see.
Imagine in game.
Yeah. Yes, can't wait.
Not you. The stars guide me. No stars. Holy darkness, open your damn thing, heroic. Novus flame burn you.
I've seen many wounded.
Lend a hand. Strength. I must show strength.
So strong.
Yo, Cass, what do you think of the voice lines and all that?
It's good.
Scott joined. He always will make a video that's like pretty much hates everything. Hold on, guys. Wait, what does the person say? Comment? Someone said mid chapter, so let me go look up. Somebody, I swear I saw somebody said mid chapter, guys, cause we saw right there.
Okay. And
a mid chapter primary killer and perk balance LOL. Translation: nerf killer, keep buffing survivor. Yeah. So I think that's that. So mostly we did it on Ramus of itself, and we just like did that by that type of thing here. So I think I don't know anything else. Oh wait, there's like one thing about to show you guys. This graphical rework on launch trailer of
Your setup
Phasmophobia.
is cooked, and you need an upgrade. With Credit Spark from Intuit Credit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna show you guys one thing. Is that?
Yeah, this place is to die for. They vacated real fast.
Okay, 7 levels are good to go. Voting in 3, 2, 1, action.
Welcome to another edition of Houses in the Hills. Live the LA dream in this hidden gem located in Palm Springs. This mid-century ranch-style house comes with a renovated basement, currently empty swimming pool, converted garage.
Oh my god.
Did you hear that?
There's like a weird...
Oh my god. Okay, let's try that again. 3, 2, 1, action.
At just $666,000, this property is a steal. Only 6 minutes from the Sunset Strip, this hidden gem is located. We need to leave right now.
Yeah, that's all I would show you guys. That's all we pretty much would show you. Yeah, I think that's all. I think that stuff we make is just videos. So yeah, that was only 2 videos I would show you guys just currently. And it says like, person that play faster without any context, bad idea. Does Smuckles made his own video content thing? Oh no. Okay. I was just checking, guys. If like could see or heard from any person just did that. So I think we all watched it live. I'm pretty mostly hyped for a chapter of Grimoire chapter like, towards the sin. It looks very sick. I'll have to say it's looking very pretty much sick here. And yeah, I just not want to.
Of live stream from July 20th.
Yeah, if he's gonna keep saying like more things about DD was this, what's that. So yeah. Because for most I would disagree. Almost like personally, I would say always pretty much disagree with Scott. Guys, I mostly disagree with him like a bunch of times. So yeah. But,
yo, one quick question, dude.
Yeah.
Why you have some of them like weird ads, dude?
What weird ads? It's like when ads pop up like right there.
Yeah, I've go down. You probably gonna see. Yeah, this one. The flip no woman want to meet you.
Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Gives like so many darn ads. Why Captain Clark versus Freddy Fazbear isn't even
Dude, did you know I
close?
just realized, dude?
Huh?
Oh yeah, Token Fighter Souls is now free for beta until like 20 July 25. I want to play it, but I don't know if I could play it.
Oh, okay. Wait, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre teaser trailer 2026. But is it a real movie coming out, or is it a fan made?
I don't know. Take a second.
Yeah, that's a fan film. Let me search up Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2026. Okay, so it says the Texas Chainsaw Massacre new movie reboot. That's what it says. It says a new movie reboot we all knew about. So it's coming toward like 6, it says. So the Texas Chainsaw Massacre okay, it says the news around the Texas Chainsaw Massacre's movie reboot reinforces a message around 2026 that the year had already made clear several times over, even this early of on its course 2025 sets a high bar for the horror genre. Going into 2026, since releases like Sinners bring her back, Weapons, and 28 years later, served as prime demonstrations of what horror could be, and how reflected its potential truly is. Yeah, so it's like they're making a reboot in 2026, guys, so you guys are hype of that. So I guess I keep reading. Yeah, I guess I keep on reading. Truthfully, the first few months of 2026 have already provided a slew of exciting and well-received horror movies, both in the form of adding new releases to an established franchise and via the debuts um, of some entry new horror projects, twirling the rest of the year up for even more delightful horrors, especially as we grow even closer to the Halloween period in its usual assortment of spooky releases. One of the biggest updates when it comes to the world of horror movies has, of course, been the latest news around the next upcoming The Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, which looks at through it will build a new path forward for the series, even as it relives its very famous past, making the next chapter for the franchise all the more fascinating looking at this point in time. Okay, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie reboot announcement confirms 2026 is a big year for horror in more ways than one. Okay. 2026 has always established itself as something of a major year for horror, even through we're not even halfway through it altogether. Movies like Said Help, 28 years later, The Bone Temple, Iron Lung, Undertone, and The Forbidden Fruits have ensured there's been no sabotage of critical um, acclaimed horror films thus far in 2026, and those projects are just a drop in the proverbial ocean of horror films that have made the debuts this year. 2026 has already seen various announcements and updates around several major upcoming horror movies, with Evil Dead Burns and Backrooms recently getting new trailers, and then the year also seen a viewing of a coming Bloodborne movie. Oh my! Bloodborne from a video game Bloodborne movie. So that's coming. So it's on PlayStation. So it's making that a movie. So Bloodborne movie, guys. So they're making a Bloodborne movie. That's crazy. That's crazy news we had. Bloodborne movie. Yo, Cash, you know what Bloodborne is? Like a video game?
Oh, Bloodborne, yeah. I heard a YouTuber is directing the movie.
Wait, so a YouTuber is directing a movie. Oh, wait, I think I've seen this guy before talk about a movie of that.
Jacksepticeye. Yeah, Jack. Yeah.
So.
I think.
Wait, so it's a YouTuber who is about to make this movie a Bloodborne movie. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah, Bloodborne movie, Abduction, alongside news that the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is set to get a new reboot helmed by Curry Baker. Wait, Curry Barker. Oh yeah, who also directed 2025's Obsession and the Vile 2024 short film movie Milk and Several. So he made an Obsession. He's like a directed Obsession in this last year in 2020. Wait. Yeah, he directed that Obsession movie. So let's go down. Neutral, the reboot itself is a major deal for the world of horror, since the original The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is one of the most lasting famous horror movies of all time. And the news about the director attached to the project is also an exciting update since 2026 has already established a potential of creators. We are not yet perhaps theatrical household names such as was the case with YouTube Suspension. Markiplier's work with Iron Lung early this year. Okay, so I did not see Iron Lung. I heard like it's really a good movie. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie reboot has a serious challenge on its hands. Okay, some more left. Okay, while the news around the Texas Chainsaw Massacre sets up a fancying future for the film and franchise, it's safe to say this road will be one that has been navigated with some considerable care. The lasting reproduction of the original film means there should be plenty of interest in the upcoming reboot, but also plenty of certainty around the newest take on the franchise, given what has come before it. Okay. Through Curry Barker does appear to be a strong choice for the film and a candidate who should be able to use their unique creative vision to make something special based on its pure work. Thus, for choosing a less well-known director for the movie, may also mean the final result has to proven itself more to some viewers, potentially when it comes to those who haven't heard of the creator before. Okay, I think it's the last row here, guys. Inversely, through the division is one that's arguably more exciting than giving a more heroic director the helm, both in that it means the franchise can get a truly fresh, perspective that's still from a writer and director well versed in horror, and it's that Barker began chosen for the project suggests he had strong ideas about it that netted him control over the Texas Chainsaw Massacre reboot. So they're making a reboot of a movie like pretty much of times they did. So it's many times. So this is done here. Start with this row. That is a good news article here. They're making Texas Chainsaw Massacre reboot. That is crazy news that just had. So yeah, let's go to Bloodborne movie because you guys may not know Bloodborne is based off it's from a video game from PlayStation. But make years ago, a lot of people kept asking like it'll ever make the reboot video game, but PlayStation did that offer. But Sony, of course, did not offer a remake. They keep focusing on the Last of Us remakes and all that over that. So they're making a movie over like years now. So they're making a movie for this film coming, guys. So Bloodborne is finally getting a new R-rated release from Sony 11 years later. Yeah, I think there's much more paragraphs I'll read. Yeah. Okay, Sony is officially heading back into a world of video game abductions with an R-rated twist. During its CinemaCon production on Monday, Sony Pictures announced that Bloodborne, one of the PlayStation's biggest games, is getting the animated treatment while plot and casting details and begin kept mum for now. The game is good reference, offering announces an idea of what to expect when the film hits the big screen. The original Bloodborne game follows a lone wolf type traveler navigating the Gothic Victorian city of Yomon, which is taken over by a blood-borne disease that transfers its residents into beasts. But known for being extremely difficult, Bloodborne has a built devoted fan base over the years, when many players still stuck on some of the game's biggest mysteries and trickiest levels long after its 2015 release. Wow. Okay, the game's reputation is a big reason why the abduction is always growing buzz online with gamers, with Bloodborne considered by many to be one of the greatest video games of all time. Developed by Farm Software and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment, its unique yet haunting world makes it the perfect launchpad to transition the game to an animated format. The decision to go R-rated also signals that Sony is staying true to the game's thrilling tone and will likely feature the darkness and most gory elements. Bloodborne is known for when bringing the film to life. And yeah, the film will also see the development of content creator and longtime Bloodborne fan Sean Jacksepticeye McLaughlin, who will be on board as a producer, involving McLaughlin is also an interesting choice with over 48 million followers across his platforms. The content creator has spent years playing and discussing Bloodborne and games like it, making him the perfect person to bridge the gap between fans of the game and film studio. Wow, that is crazy news, guys. That's very much crazy news. So he's a content creator who made yeah, the from a video game to making a production of a movie for our fans, even a game player base for a movie. I'm pretty much hyped for a movie, I would say. I should get back to a Bloodborne video game because I think one time I played it younger because I pretty mostly it was difficult for me. So I think I should get back to it and keep playing more, guys. I think I should try to get back more of that. Okay, yeah. Bloodborne's the latest in the state of film abductions for PlayStation as Sony continues to make admins to merge the world of gaming and movies. The studio recently announced a Helldivers movie. They are making a Helldivers movie. Wow, that would be sick. Directed by Justin Lin and starring Jason Momoa, set for release in 2027. Sony has also collaborated with PlayStation for the release of Uncharted, with Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg led film grossing over 400 million worldwide. In Peacock's Twisted Metal series, I've not seen Twisted Metal. I saw clips of it, but it's really pretty much good. Which was just renewed for a third season. Yeah, I heard about it making a third season. The most notable, however, has to be HBO's The Last of Us, inducing the beloved game to new audience with its success providing the way to bring Bloodborne and other game abductions to big and small screens around the world. A release date for the animated project has not yet been announced. Okay, this is crazy news. So they're making a Helldivers movie, which is crazy news, and now Bloodborne's making a movie productions. If you guys may not seen a Uncharted movie, I guess you should watch it. I heard people say bad. To me, I put mostly it is good. I understand my plot and all. Yeah, I was going Helldivers movie here. So it sounds like 8 video games from movies. They're making a Minecraft 2 movie, Helldivers. So they're making Sonic 4, which we would talk about that. Resident Evil, Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I heard they're making Legend of Zelda movie and the Super Mario Bros. Galaxy movie. So, yeah. Let's go on Minecraft 2 movie. If you may watch a first film, I recommend watch the first film. Recent years has been far kinder to a video game abductions, many projects, boost high budgets, solid cast, and target beloved franchise in the gaming space.
Chicken jockey.
Yep, chicken jockey. It's never been a better time to be a fan of both.
Chicken jockey.
Yeah, medium. So here are 8 upcoming video game movies ranked by hype. A Minecraft 2 movie, July 23rd, 2027, which is next year. Yep. Okay, the original Minecraft movie premiered in April 2025, starring Jack Black as Steve, as Jason Momoa as Garrett.
I am Steve.
I am Steve. Desperate Lake Worm renewed the film was among the year's highest grossing releases. Considering its success, a sequel was inevitable, and a Minecraft movie 2 is due to premiere on July 23rd, 2027. The Minecraft film kicks off our list because while the fan base is mental, summer 2027 is still a long way away. We also have very few details about the project. There's no official trailer just yet, and most news about the upcoming title is just speculation. The 2025 Minecraft movie left plenty of plot threads open for a sequel, and the title even features a second post-credit scene that tends to more adventures for the franchise. Okay, Helldivers! We go up a Helldivers movie, so I'm pretty much be hyped for the Helldivers movie. They're making this like next year, literally. I do enjoy the Helldivers 2 video game. It's pretty hyped. I do pretty much like a Helldivers video game. So I didn't expect this to make in this movie. It is pretty hyped though. Helldivers, November 10th, 2027. That's 7th at the top. Helldivers 2 is pure phenomenon in the gaming space, boosting hundreds of thousands of players daily. It has a fantasy concept set in dystopian, dystopian future, which feels ripped straight on out of Starship Troopers. Considering the cult classic status, Paul Vince Heaven sci-fi adventure, it makes sense that Helldivers 2 is getting a movie, Abduction. We don't know much about the project yet, as it was always recently announced, but the hype train was always started. A big reason for early hype is that Sony has announced Jason Momoa as a lead. The movie isn't scheduled to release until the end of 2027, but fans of the games will tell you there's plenty of lore for a fantastic sci-fi action movie. Wow. Sonic 4. Guess what? We're making another sequel to Sonic 4, guys. Sonic 4. We already know we'll make another sequel. At the third one, now they're making more Sonic movies. They're making like 4 movies in a row, which is crazy. Crazy. Another Sonic movie, Sonic 4, which we like already know from a theater. They saw all that. Sonic the Hedgehog 4, March 19th, 2027. Let's go here. Sonic the Hedgehog is among the most beloved and recognized video game heroes on the planet. The Blue Blur has a long-lasting legacy in gaming, becoming a household name in the 90s. Thanks to these games on the Sega Genesis, Sonic's first outing on the silver screen was famously delayed after the fans heavily criticized his appearance. Sonic's movie redesign was a hit, and Sega mascot now has 3 successful movies to his name. It's hard to imagine that Sonic the Hedgehog 4 will be a flop considering the quality of his recent outings like the Minecraft movie. There is no official trailer yet, which makes sense given the film isn't due to release for over a year. The ending to the Sonic 3 arguably makes it difficult to see how Jim Curry make appearances, as well as Robotnik, so fans are already speculating how it may be possible. Another Resident Evil movie, Resident Evil. Resident Evil September 18th, 2026. They're making another Resident Evil movie, which I saw a trailer. You may saw that. Yep, we'll get Street Fighter that next, guys. We talk about Street Fighter next. Resident Evil is another video game franchise marred by fans. The series is still going strong after almost 30 years, and the Resident Evil Requiem game was released last month, which we had like months ago. The franchise has a long-standing series of movies directed by Paul W.S. Anderson and starring Mila Jovovich. The movies offer plenty of nods to the source material, even through the event from the plot, particularly in later installments. Our upcoming visit to the Raccoon City is unique as it held by a new director, Zach Krieger. Sources close to the movie has already revealed that the new Resident Evil film will tell its own story within the universe rather than retell tales from the games. Naturally, this has fans speculating, but time will tell if Krieger's vision is a hit for Resident Evil. The hype train will likely pick up speed when we have an official trailer to mull over. Yep, Street Fighter. I'm about to talk about speculated Street Fighter movie. They make a Street Fighter film officially, guys. Street Fighter. October 16, 2026. Street Fighter is another legendary gaming franchise releasing to a popularity in the 90s and grabbing in formidably amount qualities in the arcades. The upcoming Street Fighter movie by Kunato Sumkuri has already generated a lot of hype thanks to its action-packed reveal trailer, which showcased the cast considering the game's exotic roster. The costumes we've seen after pressing faithfully to the source material. There's a lot of hype behind the movie as the trailer looks dreadfully silly. Another live action abduction we have in the 1994 Street Fighter film starring Jean-Claude Van Damme. Thanks to the trailer, we know Scurry has done his homework on the series with many suitable nods to the games behind just the outfits. Time will tell whether it lives up to the hype and holds up against the next movie on the list. Mortal Kombat 2. If y'all saw Mortal Kombat 2, it was already been in theaters already, but it's just been done already. So, I'm not seeing Mortal Kombat 2 yet, but no spoilers on me. So, yeah. Mortal Kombat 2, May 8th, 2026, when passed. It's quite fitting that the Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter franchise are both releasing movies this year as they are rivals in the gaming space. The original Mortal Kombat is a cult classic with its pneumatal theme toned by the Mortals installation. We was panned by critics, but the 2021 Mortal Kombat was noted return to form. The clear respect for the source material, fan reception of the upcoming Mortal Kombat 2 movie was positive. Even before the trailer was released, Carl Urban is a perfect fit for Johnny Cage. And Mortal Kombat 2 reportedly features features many more characters from the game than its predictable. Mortal Kombat 2 star Louis Tan has has also gone on recording hyping up the fatalities for the upcoming film, which will become. Okay, the Legend of Zelda movie. I heard about people who make a Legend of Zelda movie. I heard about that. I have heard about that. There's one of my schools that's like one person said making the Legend of Zelda movie, but officially they're officially, guys. But this officially is coming. It's coming to that. Nintendo is making more than franchise than the movies. Much more. The Legend of Zelda, May 7th, 2027. Okay, the Legend of Zelda titles are video game royalty at this point with a legacy spanning more than 35 years of franchise and more relevant than ever, mixing fantasy, combat, and grand adventures with the lore-rich world of Hyrule. The Legend of Zelda games feel like the perfect setting for a fantasy epic. We don't have an official trailer yet. The Legend of Zelda movie, however, we do have some preview pictures for the Zelda movie, and they are more than enough to whip fans into a frenzy. Frenzy mode. Okay, that's frenzy there. Imagine images online confirm Benjamin Evan Armsworth is playing Link. Wait, also who's that who's that person? That's my wondering here. Who's that person? I was thought Tom Holland be voiced as Link, guys. That's what I thought. I thought Tom Holland be voiced as Link. Benjamin Evan Armsworth. Oh, I think he played in a live action Pokio. He played that. He played a live action Pokio. Okay, he's played a live action Pokio. So okay. So I think it's a live action Pokio. So he played that role. I think I saw that in the trailer. So okay. So he's playing as Link, guys. So yeah. I like that. Like, who's that person? Like, who's that? Who's that person I don't even know of? Okay, Benjamin Evan Armsworth is playing Link, while Bo Bronson is praising Princess Zelda. Also about to search that one up. Don't know what these people are. Don't know. I think I've not heard of that person. Bo Bronson. Okay, so he's playing as Legend of Zelda. Okay, I never heard any of her movies, guys. I just never heard any of her movies. Oh yeah, I have heard 4 meters. When does that come out? 4 meters down the wreck. So that's a third movie. Wow, they're making so many 47 meters movie. They're making Cage and they're making The Wreck. It's crazy. I love shark movies though, guys. I love shark movies. Release date. So it was announced. It was only announced, guys. It was only announced. It was in 2025. It was announced of that 47 meters The Wreck. Because I think I only seen the first one. I think I've seen the first one before. I haven't seen the first one, guys. Yeah, I only see the first one. Bo. Yeah, Bo. Bronson is portraying Princess Zelda. Attention to detail is remarkable, with Link's outfit resembling his appearance in the latest games. Bronson looks fantastic as Zelda, even if her outfit is strictly accurate. Fans of the Legend of Zelda games has clamored for a movie for decades. Decades of series is ripped for a high fantasy adventure movie, so it's no surprising so many are already excited. The Super Mario Galaxy movie. I've seen that before. I've always seen that one. The Super Mario Galaxy movie, April 1st, 2026. Let me just go down. Yeah, that'll just be it, guys. That'll be it. The Super Mario Bros. Galaxy movie is a hotly anticipated on its April 1 premiere. Nintendo has released a teaser and trailer for the Super Mario Galaxy movie. And audience are already speculating about the story and how faithful it will be to the game's. Fan theories have run wild for months about potential villains and even inclusion of another adored Nintendo characters. Nintendo has already recently released remasters of Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2 on Nintendo Switch, no doubt, to tie in with the film. The Super Mario Bros. Movie from 2023 is currently the highest grossing video game movie of all time. Ooh, that's really crazy. That's crazy as a grossing movie. The sequel was a no-brainer. The Super Mario Bros. Galaxy. Wait on. The sequel was no-brainer, and the Super Mario Galaxy movie. My bad. Let me repeat that again. The sequel was the sequel was a no-brainer in the Super Mario Galaxy game. Is a favorite among the fan base. If it lives up to the hype, Super Mario Galaxy may just cement 2026 as one of the biggest years of all time for video game movies. Wow. Crazy news, guys. Crazy news. Yeah, I'm not playing Bioshock yet. I think we'll do that like next time. I don't want to do all the videos, guys, just yet. I'm not doing all the videos just yet. I'm not doing all videos. We'll do this now next time. I'm not playing Bioshock yet. I need to at some point. I do have a game, but I didn't play it just yet. I didn't play it, guys. I didn't play this yet. So we'll say that for later on. And 10 Season 3 is happening. Yeah, okay. These are official movies are confirmed just currently at all this state. So one of them be this year and one of them be next year, guys. So I'm hyped for a Sonic 4 movie, Bloodborne, and Street Fighter. I guess you might think it's corny. The Legend of Zelda, I would say, even for Helldivers movie, I'm hyped for that. And pretty much a Minecraft 2 movie. Pretty much a Minecraft movie. The Elden Ring movie.
According to Wikipedia.
Elden Ring movie.
According to IMDb.com, The Golden Ring, directed by Humphrey Burton, Walter Clapper. With Birgit Nilsson, Wolfgang Windgassen, Gottlieb
Okay,
Frick,
they
Dietrich
officially are
Fischer
making a
Dieskau.
movie Elden Ring. They officially making a movie Elden Ring. It'll be in 2028. It's crazy. It's crazy news in making that movie. Crazy news, yos. That's crazy, guys. They're making an Elden Ring movie. Wow. That's crazy. I'm shocked. I'm very shocked. Continue reading. Yep. Okay. There's like always the most confusing game I've played, but I should get back to it anytime soon. I should get back to it. Elden Ring movie star reveals the shocking way he landed his role after years a video game voice actor. Elden Ring actor landed his role in a shockingly simple way. Elden Ring is one of the most popular video game franchise of the past decade, thanks to its huge open world, setting combat as creative Mythologic A24's upcoming film Abduction, which was developed in collaboration with Game of Thrones creator George R.R. Martin, makes a project one of the most highly anticipated video game movies. The film will star Peter Sinfers, Wiz, Kit Connor, Clara Spencer Ben, Winshaw, Nick Offerman, Tom Barkey, Heaven Rose Liu, Sono Yam, Sono Ya, Miznomo, Emma Lauren, Jonathan Price, Ruby Cruz, John Hinskin's son, and Johnson Hall. Seventh was connection to the farm software games has come full circle. It was confirmed in April 26th that the actor will be joining the cast of the Elden Ring will be joining the cast of the upcoming Elden Ring movie. After spending years as a voice actor for the studios, video games Surfer No Wiz has been lended his vocal talents to the Elden Ring games, a massive Souls Burn series for more than a decade. During an interview on Russell Hayward's Five Brilliant Things podcast, he revealed that his long-standing history with Farm Software's games helped him land his currently undisclosed role in the upcoming Elden Ring film. According to Software Wiz, the festival apparently came when he met the writer and director Alex Garland on the A24 abduction by chance. Garland was already familiar with the actor's work on Dark Souls, but their conversation was attempted before they could discuss the project. However, he did not let this get in his way. Sefronwiz let his contract information behind, and to his surprise, it eventually led to him getting a role in the film. Although details stranding Sefronwiz's character remain shrouding in mystery, his improvement has excited fans of both the Elden Ring and Souls brand franchise. Unlikely many video game abductions that rely a lot on big name actors in Hollywood. The A24 abductions also bringing in a talent who can be found outside the film or TV industrially. Sefronwiz played mild-mannered Pate in Dark Souls 2 and become the voice behind one of the franchise's most recognizable elements rather than portraying portraying a major character. He recorded all the Soulsborne franchise death sounds for the male characters, so players have heard his performance countless times throughout Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, Dark Souls Remastered, Demon Souls, and Elden Ring. A24's live-action Elden Ring movie will be released in theaters on March 3rd, 2028. That's the news for Elden Ring, guys. That's the news. That is a news. That's all it say, guys. Yeah, that's all it say about. It's so many screen Reddit. This has so many news, crazy wild here. Okay. You guys want to say let's go on Nightmare on Elm Street? Let me go on one more thing on Nightmare on Elm Street movie. Nightmare on Elm Street reboot. Nightmare on Elm Street reboot. Reboot. Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street reboot, guys. You go right here. Yep. Hold on. Is the right? Okay, so it's like featuring Robert England. I hope I don't see screen Reddit here. Actually, I'm gonna go right here, guys. This will be a much gooder one than that. Yeah, I'll go right here. Okay, a new Nightmare on Elm Street movie in the works from Paramount. Let me continue reading here. Okay, let me see any more pages this is here. So yeah, that must be it, guys. Up here. Let's go up here. Freddy Krueger has a new home in his. Okay, new Nightmare on Elm Street movie is in the works for Paramount. Oh, how I say that. Freddy Krueger has a new home, and he's ready to carve up a new nightmare. Paramount Pictures has closed a deal for U.S. rights to the original screenplay of Nightmare on Elm Street, the movie written and directed by Wes Craven that kicked off the popular horror franchise, featuring a killer with a metal claw, carved clubbed hand, and burned face, and will adapt it into a new feature. I'm pretty wild for this. It's pretty wild. The new Nightmare on Elm Street will haul from Paramount's new genre label Paramount Primal, led by J.D. Lifts Lips was and Raphael Margulis, the producer behind films such as Barbarian and Friendship. I think I heard Barbarian. I think I've not heard Friendship before. I've not heard about that movie. Let me search that up right now. Friendship, a movie. Let me search up a movie. Okay, so it's a Friendship movie. So it's back in 2024. Okay. I have not seen that movie. I think I may have heard it. The U.S. rights are being licensed from the Craven estate, which includes Craven's widow, La Limbaca, and Craven's son, Jonathan Craven, the duo who produced the new interaction with Mike Market Tuberoff, the authority turned producer who specialized in copyright law. Lipses and Margulis will exclusive produce for Paramount Primal. We look forward to bringing the world of Wes Craven's Nightmare on Elm Street to a new and completely engaged generation of fans, said Limbaca in a statement. We know that Wes would have been thrilled to see how horror is taking its long overdue place in the cultural kin, and we can't wait for all of us to sit together in a dark theater around the campfire of today as the next chapter of Nightmare story told. The Freddy Krueger could be back to the movie screens. Let me go play right here.
The great movie villain, Freddy Krueger, could be headed back to the big screen. According to ABC News, Paramount has reached a deal for the rights to adapt the original screenplay from the 1984 classic A Nightmare on Elm Street. Now, the original movie had a serial killer named Freddy Krueger who haunted and terrorized victims in their dreams. 9 films were made in the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, including a remake of the original film back in 2010. Now, the project here is still in development.
2010 was a bad movie for Nightmare on Elm Street.
Still in the very early stages, but it will reportedly be based on the original screenplay way back from 1984. No word yet on the plot or when you'll be able to catch Freddy Krueger back on movie screens here in the U.S.
Wow. Yep. Listeners and Margot stated, we can't remember a time before we were fans of Wes Craven. The fact that Lyra and Jonathan has entrusted us with this opportunity to help usher a new story into the world is an honor behind words. We look forward to working alongside them to bring a terrifying new nightmare to an audience to everyone and welcome Freddy home. New Line Cinema and later corporate owner Warner Bros. Previously held all the rights to A Nightmare on Elm Street as a company, made the original movie in 1984. That movie launched a cash cow franchise for what was then an independent film company, earning New Line the nickname The House that Freddy built. The original was followed by 7 sequels as well as a reboot in 2010 that, to mention a TV series, comics, and endless merchandise. Copyright law allows authors to reclaim why 35 years after publication, which has been used by screenwriters in their estates to regain their works. The Craven estate regained the rights to the screenplay in 2019 with the help of Tuberoff, who also regained the rights to another horror franchise, the original screenplay of Friday the 13th by Victor Miller. New Line retains the national rights to the Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, I think that's what happened with Victor Miller. They had like a lawsuit, Friday the 13th situation. Then it got it ended like in, I believe, what did it end that lawsuit? When did a Friday the 13th lawsuit ended?
The lawsuit over the Friday the 13th franchise ended on December 29th, 2021. After several years in court, screenwriter Victor Miller retained the...
Okay, so it's back in 2021, guys. 2021, it just happened. It just, like, ended that. So, yeah. So it's back in 2021, it's ended, like, the lawsuit thing. So, yeah. Yeah, but turning right to the Nightmare on Elm Street, yeah. The Nightmare on Elm Street movie centered on Krueger, a child killer who was burned alive by the kid's parents, but years later returns vile dreams in his now iconic look of Frendula, orange and green sweater, as well as burnt face and razor glove to kill teenagers. No details on the new take were revealed, but it has been described as being set in the world of a Nightmare on Elm Street. Based on the original screenplay, Paramount Primal is a new name for the previously untitled label launched by Lips's, and Margols were formerly had a production deal at New Line. The duo are known for being prolific in the low-budget world, and the intent for the new label is to partner with up-and-coming storytellers as well as established filmmakers to produce smartly budgeted films across the variety of genres, including horror, comedy, action, and grounded science fiction. The Craven Estate, scripted by WME and um and Dusty Entertainment and Zenron Bertham. Okay, that is all the news about Elm Street. Its film itself, guys. You may not know, like what England's about to play as Cricket from so-called like what's it called, like Pinocchio Unstring as Cricket from that horror film. So it's a big hype for Nightmare on Elm Street. I hope this new one is better than the 2010 one, guys. I hope it's better than a remake whatsoever. I hope this one is much better than the remake, which we know of was bad. The first one of its remake was bad back in the beginning one. It was very terribly bad. It was not even like well deceived right or anything. It was just very bad. So I'm very hyped for that. Yeah, hello. Yeah, also Jason, you did tell me about Elden Ring movie. I just saw about that, the production of Elden Ring movie.
Yeah.
I know it's like coming in 2028 of that. 2028 of like later on like
May.
2 years. Yeah.
It's coming out in 3rd May or whatever.
Oh.
2028.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be 20 when that comes out.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, do you heard of making a Helldivers movie?
Oh hell yeah! I'm gonna watch that. I'll watch that too.
Yeah. Yeah. They're making Helldivers. You know they're making Bloodborne
That
movies
should be
also.
cool.
Yeah. Bloodborne. They're making
Oh
Bloodborne.
yeah. Fuck yeah! I'll watch that. I'll watch that too.
Yeah. Do you ever play the Bloodborne video game before or no?
Yeah, I have played it once. I fucking loved it. Yeah, I've played Bloodborne. I loved it.
Yeah, I believe that, guys. I believe that's all the news from like productions. Like I think that's all the movie films. I know we talk about Nightmare on Elm Street reboot, a reboot of a remake of a franchise and development by Paramount, of course. So I think that's all we know of us right now currently, guys. If you guys it's like so much news. I'll do so much news next time. Of any type of reasons or anything. So do not forget to like, subscribe, or flame me 2 guys or anything like that. See y'all next time. My guys, give a shout out to Gus Moose. Give a shout out to Doc Rot, and I'll give a shout out to Horror and Report. Give a shout out to